Good evening, one and all. It's the last stream of 2023, at least, coming out of this channel. It's time for us to be jumping in to some more good old Warframe. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well where you are around the world. For some of you, in fact, it's already going to be 2024, isn't it? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well wherever you are, at the very least. As you can hear, my voice is still doing what my voice has been doing for the last week now. It's getting very tiring, I'll be quite honest with you, but hey, here we are. Hello there, Tresman. Hello there, Gidlix. Hello there, Ronald. Hope we're all doing well. Hello there, Spooky Soldier. I've got tea in hand, so I mean, how bad can it really be? How's the Viroproc still killing you? Nope. I've got the voice, I got a bit of a cough, and that's really it. That's really it. But why? Why is it so here? Like, whenever I've been ill before, I've had my voice drop like this before now, but I've only had it drop for like a day. This is really getting on my nerves now. It's genuinely just annoying. But hey, not a thing I can really do about it. Just wait for my body to go, oh right, yeah, we don't need to kick the bed, scream and piss around a place. We could just work properly. That'd be great. Go back to where we were, you know, nice and healthy voice, happiness, all that good stuff. Yeah, right? No? Okay. French president doing the address right now. Could be way better at the moment. I mean, you don't need to watch the address from the French president. I mean, just saying. Our king gave an address for Christmas. I have absolutely no idea what he said because I have no interest in finding out, quite frankly. Can't wait for the YouTube comments if I record a video like this. If. I can't wait for this to go away. And I mean that in two different ways. One, I literally cannot wait for it. And two, I figuratively cannot wait for it. I would like this to go away as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I still want to put out videos. I can't wait forever for that to go away. So, yeah, the next video is going to have this voice on it. There's no getting around that. It's just, that's how it's going to be. Pure and simple. I would like there to not be a litany of comments focused on my voice and rather, you know, focus on the content, focus on what I'm talking about. But I know that that's not how the internet works. Something novel pops up and everyone and their dog thinks they're the novel person to talk about it. Yeah. It's not going to be great, Gidlix. It's not going to be great. It's just going to be what it is. But hey, it's fine. Knowing that's what it's going to be, I can just gloss over them, and if anyone decides to be particularly offensive about it, then I ban them from the channel. It works. More comments equals more engagement, which equals good. Honestly, the only real good is view count and watch time. If people are clicking on and watching the video, job done. That's it. That's it all. Click the video, watch the video, huzzah, I am happy. If people don't click and don't watch, then I'm not as happy, am I? That's the long, short, and all of it when it comes to video making. In fact, the same is really true when it comes to streams. All the rest of it is a consequence of those numbers. Really is. So that is the primer metric. That is right the way up there. Good morning, Penguin, and a happy new year to you, because of course Penguin here is going to be all the way over on the other side of the year. Here we are on the very last day, and Penguin's on the very first. Cheeky. Oh, there, Cryo. Just to be clear, it's not Mr. Engineer, it's Mr. Kengineer. Or the Kengineer, if you will. I ain't an engineer. It's a common misconception. It's an understandable misconception. The two words do sound very similar. One is technically somewhat derived from the other via means of being a pun, but I'm not an engineer. So what's this plan for the lovely New Year's evening? Well, I was thinking, how about we have ourselves some good old arcane cracking. Let's get some arcanes, from the good old new stuff over here on Deimos, because I've finally got up to rank 5 with the Cavia Syndicate, so I've got all that down. So really it's just a case of actually getting the full rewards from the area.
Well done,
Thoughts on 2023? 2023 has been actually a great year for me. It has been a great year. I mean, let's not forget, this is the year where, among other things, I was paid to go to Canada. I mean, it's kind of hard to point at a part in life that is less nice of a surprise than, hey, we like the videos and streams you do. We want to pay for your flight, stay, and the rest of it to Canada as a VIP. I mean, that kind of makes the year stand out. Just gonna say, kind of makes the year stand out. D absolutely came through with that. Well, yeah, that's a highlight right there. But yes, indeed. So, yeah, let's not have that tag for the speech about being devolved. That's really depressing. Let's not focus on that. We're going to go ahead with some missions over here. If you'd like to join me on some assassinations, not doing the secret boss, there's no point. If you'd like to join me on some assassinations, send me a message in game, the Kengineer. I'd show you, but apparently it's not there at the moment. And I'll bring you on into the squad, like Gidlix here. I'll bring you in just a moment. In terms of the bounties, the assassination is actually a pretty decent one. Just find 3 Murmur sarcophages, and it's giving us a full 4,000 standing, and that is nice. So let's bring that up. Let's bring in Gidlix. And before we get cracking, I am also going to adjust my arsenal now. I have heard of ways to cause shenanigans with the boss. We are not going to do that. We are not going to shenanigan the boss. Just pure and simple, no. For anyone who knows what those shenanigans are, you know enough to probably put together why I'll not be doing it. Saltmere, you can indeed join, coming in. Solstick, we're doing some Veriston good stuff. And we've got a Noxious look to join as well, there you go. Now, this person is currently set up with a Rad Cold. I'm actually going to change that over. Let's go with... yeah, if I swing that there, and then I look up the Toxin mod, this gives corrosive heat, because I've got sheer status output as well, that should work in my favor. This one is... yeah. Roll over this as is. Deadhead will be fine. Deadhead will be fine. But yeah. Using heat procs instead to do more to the boss rather than trying to rely on direct radiation damage might work out in favor, might not, but this will be the demonstration and test of that idea. I've got a backup high radiation weapon, if it comes to it anyway. I say high radiation. A backup radiation weapon. It's not actually that high radiation, is it? No, the radiation is coming from that. And we've got Convulsion thrown in, which is getting us the corrosive. Is that the way to go? I don't think it is. I suppose I was doing it so I had conjunction voltage, wasn't it? Yeah. We'll leave it as it is then, yeah, for the conjunction voltage. It's worth leaving it there. Did I pick up the Prime mod from Barrow? Yeah, it was the primed electric mod for secondaries now, wasn't it? Yeah, Prime Convulsion, that's the one. Yeah, I did pick that up. And of course, Prime Redirection a few weeks back. However long exactly. And I do have a Sentinel equipped, don't I? Yes, I do. Wonderful. We can get cracking. Freeze Worm saying, gotta grind, it's the last day to get Frost Prime. Fair dude, fair dude. Yeah, you go ahead and go do that. Absolutely. Happy New Year, Krakens. Alright, so we'll just need everyone to make their way down here. Let's see, we've got Noxious, we've got Gidlix, we are waiting on Saltmere. There they are. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's go get this Kraken, shall we? Yeah, they added a portal to the elevator, as it were.
To account for void emergence within my own sphere. An angel must fall, and the murmur must be hushed. Both things must happen here, in sequence. Lest our doors be perpetually flung wide to the horror.
Alright, so I'm going to go for the Angel, just because I have the means to get there nice and quickly, and take it down nice and quickly.
Equip yourself with an
so I'm going to go deal with that.
probe. that you may pierce the vitrium with it.
I am on Oniru, so of course that means I'm able to Arbor Strip the Angel, making it nice and quick as well. Now we are doing this on bounties. The Angel's going to be a bit lower level than, say, Steel Path. But that's because the bounty also means standing, and standing is another way of getting arcanes, which is nice. What I think of the Melee Vortex Arcane, I don't really have a thought on it at the moment. Very simple.
Sequence. Awaken, pluck, delete.
Yeah, the Archicore involvement does feel kind of ridiculous, especially in the hands of Hydroid. It's like ridiculously powerful. Come on, Angel. It takes a long time to wake up. There we are. Oh, let's get rid of that. Thank you very much. Why are you looking away from me? There we are.
Mr. Fishinacci, it flew away. Hey,
Hello, Bowser. How you doing?
The dimensional orb protects the angel. Pass through to
Nope, that was another one. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful damage output. Not gonna lie, Deep Voice Ken feels very Uncanny Valley. Like, it's close enough to know, you know what's going on, but it sounds off. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't like the sound of it either. But it is what my voice is at the moment. Ain't no getting around that. Ain't no getting around it.
Your necromech will be waiting at the designated
Oh, there we are. One cycle it.
You may fire when ready.
Oh, can you Nightwave skip the Angel waking up? God damn, that's stupid. Oh well, it is what it is.
Distract yourself with your favorite color and forget what you heard. Good job.
Alright, let's go grab the Volca that is in here. The team has just got the first 8 of the Murmurai sorted out as well, which is lovely.
We must outstare the murmur. Fetch a probe and knock
Oh, Corvex's got heals as well, has he? Alright, fair dude.
Fresh serum. Take it. It's yummy.
I think I got lied to about the direction to go. Yep, here we are.
Inject the vitrium, Tenno, and keep it intact. We require it to see on our behalf.
Vitrium seeking. Alright, so this one's got something in it as well. Yep, yep.
Murmur stares back at us. Oh, take its eyes. They will lead you to your target. Quickly now.
I'll help out on these eyes now that we're here and the Angel is already handled, as it were. There we are, Vitrium exhausted. On to the next one to bring us up to 30 eyes.
Not enough. Acquire more serum and stimulate another vitrium.
Need to get the serum, which nearest one is over here. That was the Corvex. Short King's confirmed. I suppose that's the way you want to look at it.
Observe. The murmur seeks to protect its eyes. Ha! I've got a Tenno.
One eye grabbed from here. Another eye grabbed. And get that one operated because it works. One more eyes. One's popped another one. This should be a good burst. And we've done it. Let's go actually fight the boss now. This might be a question you get a lot, but what is the best way to farm Enchanted Lanthorns? I would say when you're going through missions either on the Zamran or here, just make sure you are breaking lots of crates. So I, for example, constantly use Carrier. Carrier's got the Looter mod, it passively pops crates. I also, when playing on the Zamran, use the Tenet Envoy a lot. And Lavos has this ability which pops things in an AoE as well. So when you do things like that, you're popping lots of crates, and that's where you're going to get the large part of your lanthorns from. So that's how you can constantly keep on top of the farm for them. I've never struggled for lanthorns as a result of playing in a way that generates loot.
Here comes the tide.
Believe it or not.
Let it break itself against you.
You get a lot of people that sprint through missions, not trying to actively loot the area, or not setting up any passive loots of the area. In a looter-shooter, that actively leads to issues. It's just lanthorns really point that out to people.
If Manifest is won, steel yourself and attack.
I've got to turn the damage numbers off this again. I can hardly see where I'm shooting with these damage numbers. There we are. Whoop. I'll just fire at the beam. Boom. Mission successful. 7 stellar. Alright. 8 stellar. But it's the grotesque splinters I want, and I only got one of those. Which is unfortunate.
To be rectified. Seize
Oh,
it. I
missed that.
must compensate for the blind spot.
There we are. Thank you, Nova. And mission successful. The red crits are so pretty. The red crits are pretty good over, but they literally get in the way of landing targeted attacks. And I want to target attacks not be just an AoE blapper constantly.
A new day dawns. Let us
How do I feel about being one of the best Warframe content creators? Hey, I'm just a Warframe content creator. If other people think I'm the best, then I'm clearly doing my job right. So thank you very much on that, Dawn. Thank you very much. Pig was saying, struggling on the loot, but that's because I didn't farm the zone, man, because I didn't enjoy the zone. I mean, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. If you don't play an area, you're not going to have the stuff from it. It makes sense. I just say, again, focus on bringing stuff which enhances the loot experience. Carrier is absolutely amazing for that. Carrier creates so many resources just passively by popping crates. So if you're not using things which will pop those crates consistently for you, Carrier's great. Carrier really is. AoE weapons like the Tenet Envoy are great for it as well because of how big an area they have and how good their ammo economy is. Just all on that line.
with your current
Yeah, Zaku can get a lot of crate busting going as well.
and
With that fourth ability.
ready. Very well.
Also, I don't remember us getting the murmur sarcophages there.
Murmur or no
Curious.
murmur, I've been
Oh, my
sleeping
cat is
better
scratching.
since coming back from the dead.
Doing Splinter Farm? Doing Arcane Farm primarily. I don't actually remember what Arcane we just got from that last one. Melee Animosity. Nice. Why did I choose Cephalon Suda? Because I needed Suda stuff. That was it. That's the entire reason why. Otherwise, I could have chosen any one of the 4 good Syndicate picks. There are some bad Syndicate picks, but there are 4 good ones. The bad ones are, what do you call it? Red Veil and Steel Meridian. The reason they're bad is because they don't synergize as well. So you can have 2 good Syndicates going rather than 3. At least without putting in substantial effort. 3 is the sweet spot.
Acquire a probe. Quickly. Open that waiting eye into the abyss to know. And defend it.
Let me say, I enjoy all your how-to videos and appreciate all the walkthroughs you've shown us. You helped me grow as a 10 over 2023. So thank you for that and Happy New Year to you. Well, thank you very much on that. I appreciate, well, how much you appreciate my videos. Happy New Year to you as well. The video I've got going out next, which may be able to get out at the end of this stream, if YouTube has finished processing it. The video I intend to get out next is going to be the most new player focused video I've done in a while. Let's just skip him. There we go. There's very new player focused.
Ooh, that's
There we are. Through to the next zone.
well, we're loud too. Go get him.
There we are. Can't see the damage numbers, but we know we've got the damage there. Look how quickly that melts down. Look how quickly it goes. Into next stage. Happy New Year to you as well, Edmund. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're doing well. Come on, can I... Ah, I ran out of energy.
Dimensional orb protects the angel. Pass through to destroy it.
Come on, give. There we are. Got it. I got it. Does anyone know sometimes why when you board a cruise ship in Railjack and hack the console, the ship doesn't blow up? Hacking the console doesn't blow up the ship, Patre. To blow up the ship, you need to either shoot it from the outside with the big gun, so that it goes blap, or you need to destroy the reactor core in the actual ship. Hacking is what gives you access to the core on some ships. I think it's in the later stages. But you need to actually destroy the core to blow up the ship. Once you've destroyed the core, you'll get a meltdown timer on your screen, so you'll know it's actually in the death throes. Yeah, you're missing the step where you actually blow up the ship there. If it's been blown up before, someone else has been doing it for you. Where the hell is that eye? Bullet jump. Got it. Let's grab these next ones. Boop. One more eye should pop this area. There it is. And on to the next area. Stuffy today? I'm not stuffy, it's just my voice continues to act like I'm dying. Yeah. Did the purposely force Eclipse to be always damage reduction on these missions? No, they did announce that that is broken. It's a bug. It's not intended to be that way. I don't know what their eventual plan is for Eclipse, but it wasn't this. Hello, Clemkiller, how you doing? Thought of making refreshed builds for frames. When you say refresh, as in go over builds I've done in the past, where changes have been made. The problem is that it takes time to put together a video, and I would rather spend time on something completely new, rather than something that might be slightly out of date, or needs some slight adjustments. For sure, I could talk about Wukong again, or I could talk about Lavos again. Actually, I've talked about Lavos again, but in a different way. But I feel people would prefer that I cover something completely new. Because see, I put out a video roughly once a week. If I put out a video on every Warframe every year, I still wouldn't actually be able to cover every Warframe, because there's now more Warframes than there are weeks. That's a bit of a problem when you think about it. That is just a little bit of a problem in that regard. So yeah, that's why I don't typically revisit a frame. This one's taking a little bit more to die. Where's this ugly fella's head? I can't charge it whilst it's involved. Come on. There we are, I can charge off of that. Kinda. There it is, got the charge. Wonderful, we got ourselves here one more Splinter, one Eternal Logistics. Eternal Logistics? I have to remind myself what that one is. Let's get our way out of here. Oh, we can grab this. We can grab this. Oh, looks like Gidlick's already on it. Nice. You know, whilst Gidlick's on that one, I might as well grab this one. right here. Yoink. That does us all a benefit. Even more standing available to us.
Discretion, bird. You discretion.
Aaron say, "All right, just watched your video on the update on the Archons. Thanks for explaining changes. Wondering why they seemed easier." Yeah. Yeah, DE did make them easier, at the same time not one-shottable, so they just kind of squished it all together, which is for the best. It is for the best. Have I done a Necros guide? I haven't done a guide specific to Necros, no. If you're unsure about any frame I may have covered, or any particular topic I may have covered, you can always check my catalogue. Exclamation mark catalogue for the link to that, because I have a catalogue on my website as, well, YouTube search can be a bit finicky at times. YouTube search can be a bit finicky. So yeah, I think I need to update it with like the last 1 or 2 videos that are not on there. I'll get around to that. Like the latest couple of videos, they're easy to spot on the channel. It's the older ones which you need a catalogue for.
Bird 3. What I wouldn't give.
Alright, once everyone's in, we'll get cracking on another quick run. How quick actually are these runs? Yeah, not bad, not bad. We're getting these almost as quickly as you can get arcanes from the Steel Path, which is a good rate, I'd say. Great way to farm Endo. I don't farm Endo. I've played this game so long that I don't need to farm it. That is not how you spell catalogue, Glam Killer. I put in a couple misspellings of catalogue. I did not predict that misspelling in catalogue, which is why the bot has not responded to you. Alright, I'm gonna go sort the angel again. Oh, look at that, it's right here.
Inject the Vitrium, Tenno, and keep it intact. We require it to see on our behalf.
Come on, angels.
Simple sequence. Awaken.
Come on. There we go, get the charge. Someone else's armor stripped it.
Mr. Fishinacci, it flew away. Hey.
Thoughts on the new Prime mods? Prime Redirection is a massive upgrade and really helps to make shields even more relevant. And as for Primed, let's say Convulsion, nice to have, but it does mean that Blast has lost the one purpose it had in life. Because Blast's one purpose was the fact that due to primed modding, it was a better choice on secondaries than corrosive against Lephantis. That's now gone. So Blast basically has no purpose in the game now. Oh, do primary still refer to Blast? Okay, I suppose there is that, but yeah. Never mind. Blast has half the purpose it used to have. My bad. Blast is half the purpose it used to have.
They're good, but not enough. Acquire more serum.
Yeah. Even against the angels, when you armor strip them, the best damage type to use against them is objectively Blast. However, once you've armor stripped them, you can kill them with pretty much any good weapon, so you don't need Blast. The armor is the threat, not the armor, not the Blast weakness. But yeah. Blast is in a absolutely abysmal spot in and of itself. I've not yet tested the Archon Shard usage, but to be quite honest, having to use a whole Archon Shard to make a damage type have any purpose is ridiculous. Just straight up ridiculous.
This Vitrium's tormented visions have undoubtedly helped, but our work is not yet complete. Repeat
Let's
the
grab
process.
this one. Does Lephantis have the Forces cap limit like Angels? I'm not sure. Can't remember, sorry. Don't know if it can be affected by Satyrs at all. I genuinely cannot remember, sorry. Immune entirely, says Zom. Alright. What have we got going on here? Well, the anatomizer can evaporate. More eyes pop in. Nope. Two of us went for the exact same one. That's fine. Happens. There we are. Vitrium exhausted. 30 eyes set. We can head on through. Still need to find Murmur sarcophages. I think someone's probably going to pop one along here somewhere.
Stares down our target.
Somewhere up here has got to be a sarcophage.
Summon the tide now.
There we are. And apparently opening up one sarcophage counts as finding 3. I don't know why that's a thing, but it has been since release. At first I thought, oh, other people are getting the others. How nice, but other people are looking for these things. But no, every time I open one, we're instantly at 3. There's no way that keeps on happening, so, yeah. 6 Nasties and Rover sorties? Yeah, that happens. That does happen, doesn't it? Is level someone number 1? Yes.
Here comes the tide. Let it break itself against you.
Come on, Tide. Get obliterated. There we are. Tide obliterated. You can pick out health orbs at max if you have a reason to pick up the health orb. Yes. So say if you've got Equilibrium equipped and your energy is not at max, then you can pick up a health orb even if your health is on a max. But if you do not have a reason to pick it up, then no, you won't pick up the health orb. How do you get 3 arcanes from one run in the event? 3 arcanes? You're probably thinking 1 from the angel, if it drops here, 1 from this thing, and 1 from the whisper. That'll be it. But that's finding the whisper and getting the drop on the angel. Ta-da! Bits acquired here. Make sure I've got the important bits. No arcane drop this time? No arcane drop this time.
Lingering curse and pray no one hurt.
Let's see. What is the exit on this one? There we are. And we're good. Alright, Aaron, you take it. What's a whisper? So occasionally you can come across the Albrecht's Tome, the book. That can spawn somewhere in the map. And when you find it, you can activate it. It creates a mini-boss, a field boss, which is a scathing or mocking whisper. It mimics your Warframe, and so you want to fight it, destroy it, go find where the book is hidden, and destroy the bug. And that'll give you the reward. Hey, melee influence. We did get the arcane. What did I think we didn't? Oh, was that the unidentified item? That was it. Yeah. I know what's going on. What mods do I use on the Burston Prime? Well, you should probably check out my Burston Prime Incarnate Guide, Clem Killer. That'll be best for you, because then you can fully understand what goes into it, rather than just a meaningless screenshot. And definitely check out my guide on that.
You have your orders.
Have I done this week's Netra Cells? I think I did them on Wednesday, didn't I?
What'll it be?
Cells.
You know?
Yeah, I've done them. You've only done this event like once? I mean, you don't have to do the event. I'm doing this to get the arcanes from the assassination. The event is kind of a secondary benefit, because those are easily tradable, but the arcanes from this are less tradable because they're brand new. So they are overvalued at the moment, and I don't like paying over the odds. I prefer to pay what something is worth. Alright, this is a distant angel, so I'm going to get going on that.
Acquire a probe. Quickly. The Vitrium awaits. Administer the serum. Do not allow the vision to be interrupted by anything.
Now it's something marked this way. That's impressive.
Even if you die.
That is a ridiculous fast scan on that that icon right there. Bloody hell. I guess the map just loops around. What do we got here? Health orbs, increase max health. Yeah, I suppose we can summon that.
Unmake it! Quickly now! Before my miscalculation takes effect and draws the attention of the murmur.
Don't mind a little bit of max health benefit. Even as Lavos. Yeah, the armor strip on the Angel does so much to fight it.
We're allowed to.
Trying to make plat. I'm trying to avoid spending plats, I guess. So kind of the same thing.
The eyes, they're everywhere. Grab them whilst you can.
Why is the signal locked in Gargoyle's Try? Because the community hasn't unlocked it yet, is my understanding. It'll be unlocked once everyone's unlocked it. Burn this down. I might run out of energy. Yep, I ran out of energy there because I did it wrong.
Papa's research anticipated such wonders.
Come on.
Though he never witnessed them himself.
Just pop these ones down.
As a
Recenter. There we are.
As a
There we go.
being, I feel my mind falling in on itself while
Got it.
screaming, destroy it.
Would I recommend Eidolon hunts for focus farming or just ESO? For focus farming, I would actually recommend the circuit. Reason being is you can get a decent amount from the circuit whilst getting a plethora of other rewards worth consideration.
More visions.
Whereas for ESO, all you're going to get there is some relics. Yeah, you'll get radiant ones, but just relics and... I've got to install this. And focus, that's it. That's all you get. Occasionally you'll get a Bratton piece.
You saw nothing, remember?
That's not worth it.
Everybody's talking about
Not in my opinion, anyway.
Everybody knows Bert's as good as his word. Bert? Inject the Vitrium.
Which focus class gives you a damage shield bubble? That was from the Void Angel. So when you go through the Void spheres that it spawns around it, once you land, that creates the bubble. It's specific to the Angel fight. I don't know where I'm jumping, to be honest. I keep hitting my head here whilst trying to reach out. Kind of hard to do two things at once there.
The murmur places a hand over its eye.
Grab to that one. Let's grab this one over here. Oh, Visionary exhausted. Lovely. On to the next.
We have seen all that we may from this vantage. I have marked a new Atropos probe.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Where is it? Over it. As I'm saying, main focus of Badge for Eidolons is going beyond daily cap. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what you get from Eidolons is a token you can trade in, completely ignoring the daily cap on focus. If you're not doing enough to hit that cap, then don't worry about it. I'd say Eidolons, Circuit, those are going to be your best ones. Do the one you prefer. Do the one that gives you the best benefits. Is you blinded? By what? Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Do you know where to get normal Snipertron? It is an event-only weapon. You'll have to wait for an event to come around with it. Pure and simple on that one. How do Arcane Blessing and the buy... Oh, sorry. Arcane Blessing and the Health Lock Surge stack? Normally. They're both just values added on after all other considerations, so there's no concern with their stacking whatsoever. They just apply together.
We have a lock. The Vitrium stares down our target.
Alright, let's walk this in.
The beast sleeps here. Wake it.
We are ready. Didn't know the other thing is bypass daily cap. Yeah, it's not exactly advertised. It just does, for no particular reason. I don't think it always did bypass the cap either. Gidlix, I genuinely cannot remember the exact numbers to answer yes or no to that. Simply, if one is 10 and the other is 10, then you get 20. Whatever the numbers are, you just get that. It's really not complicated on that one. I think you're overthinking it. When one bonus says you get +4 and the other one says you get +10, then it'll be +14 total, or whatever the actual values are. Yeah, you really are overthinking it. Like, when it comes to stacking things in Warframe, that's about as simple as it gets. They both happen, and they both just say, here's a plus after all bonuses. Job done. Okay, that hit me a bit. There we are, full health. And it's dead. There we are. Nice and simple. Once again. Everything acquired. Well, let's get out of here.
Grasp that lingering curse and pray
Oh,
no one
I thought that portal was going to do more for me than that. Oh, God. Ugh. Airborne Nova. Slightly hard to hit when you're skating on the ground. There we are. What should you do?
forget this.
Sorry, Resi, you've had a little bit too much to drink. I have no idea what you just said. Sorry. 60i boss today? Haha, Esprit. Yeah, for, let me see. What would be a fair rate? Ooh, 10,000 bits. Where are the damage numbers? I turned them off so I could actually see what the hell I'm shooting at. Because the bursten in cannon and a lot of targeted weapons, it just becomes impossible to see what I'm shooting at when it's just numbers. Yeah. 2 splints of that run. Better.
Eyes front, we begin.
Let's see, have I got much more standing for today? Oh yeah, plenty. Let's keep going. I used half of it.
We hold the line.
Murmur or no murmur?
Hey, do you know how to build good amps using a 777 arcane melt and eradicate, but I can't one-shot angels and ghost the guts like other players on Still Path. Using arcane melt and eradicate. Hold on. I think I use different ones than you, but I can't remember the names of the arcanes. Arcane enhancements, Warframe. Let me just scroll through here. Let's see. So, yeah, so I've got Eternal Onslaught, which is when my energy is depleted, that gives me a whole bunch of critical chance. Were you using that one? Nope. Alright, so there's one for you. Eternal Onslaught is amazing. The other, you using Eternal Educate, that's just a little bit of damage to amps. I mean, it's 60%, but it's just plus damage. Whereas I use one that gives crit chance. Is it? I think it's Virtuous Shadow I use, which stacks nicely with the critical damage bonus. So yeah, it's focusing on crits for the amps with the 777. That should do the trick. That should do the trick for you. Crow asking even if I reduce the number size, it's still too much. It's the fact that the numbers pop up where I'm shooting, so it hides what I'm shooting at, and the small headshot hitbox. That's too much. I can't have that. It's in the way. Yeah. It's saying, no can do today, paycheck isn't in. Oh, paycheck's not in. Ah, that's no good. Alright. Also gotta save first last month's rent. I mean, fair enough. You do you on that, Esprit, absolutely. You do you. Is there no number offset? What, as in put it somewhere else on the screen? Not to my knowledge, no. It's something that I would like, is to have the numbers more condensed as an option, so we can see the numbers popping up, but as a single number per enemy. It's a stacking one, so that it doesn't take up so much of the screen. Moon saying virtuous strikes one that makes imp crit damage go up. Well, there's multiple that make amp crit damage go up, so if it's my understanding. Or was it just a one? No, yeah, virtuous strike, yeah, amp crit damage, virtuous strike, and crit chance from eternal onslaught. Yeah, sorry, my bad, yeah. Those are the two. So I'm asking, actually, was Eradicate only better because the crit damage from Endure? Possibly. Possibly. At the end of the day, you can see me using Aniru here and making short work of the Angel. Obviously, if you have Endure for the sheer damage output, that's going to burn through them as well. At that point, it doesn't matter which of those two arcanes you have. A few percent here or there is not going to matter to sheer ultra blappage. That's what really does it, is when people use Maduro for the Void Strike, it dead. But the benefit from that is less than the benefit of armor stripping the Angel, which is why I'm doing it this way instead. Lefantis doesn't have any armor. Yeah, correct. His Plaguestar the only one with armor. It's one of two variants, so yeah. The Plaguestar has it, and Lefantis normally does not. Who are we waiting on? Noxious, are you actually still around? What's going on, dude? You've been with us for a while now, but just kind of vanish. What's going on? Ray say, hey Ken, I had to stifle a rumor I was married to my sister because they only saw our names having the same last name. Okay, sure, office gossip. Wonderful as ever. Okay, I'm going to assume that Noxious has decided to go fuck off and enjoy their new year rather than send any helpful message. Maybe they've crashed, but, you know, we can assume the worst. So let's drop squad and reform with people who actually want to run the mission. I don't even... Yeah, they just stood over in the collection of people over there. That's not great. Come on, mate. Maybe some emergency called them away, but you know what I mean. At the very least, drop squad. So we have got a space open if anyone else would like to join in as well. Send me a message in game, the Kenchineer. I'll bring you into the squad and we'll take it from there.
Yes, yes, good. Hold the line. The enemy does not rest. Nor do we.
I really wonder what's going on with the Angel with Eclipse and new lighting. I have no idea. I'm not even going to pretend like I have half an idea. Just none. Envoy Space program is alive and well in Warframe. Alright, fair enough. Ragdoll go burr. You can eat folks about 10 kilometers. Yeah, that sounds daft. Not gonna lie, for what Warframe's pitched as, that sounds daft. And you trigger the bot. There you are, have your invite. Has 2024 arrived here yet? It has not, no. The UK has got 4 hours and 11 minutes. Yeah, 4 hours, 11 minutes left of 2023. We're getting there. Any idea if kicking randoms from your squads will ever be a thing? Nope, and I hope not. There's no reason for it when you can just drop and reform a squad. If you don't want a random in your squad in the first place, don't set yourselves to public. Simple. Very simple. And if someone is in your squad and you weren't on public, then they're not a random. You could just drop squad and reform. The problem with kicking is that it becomes toxic. Either you're doing it during a mission, in which case you are kicking someone out of a mission. That power should not be handed over to people. It will get toxic. or it's being done outside of a mission, in which case you could just already leave the damn squad.
Do that. The murmur's eyes gaze upon you. Pluck them out.
But yeah, there's no reason for it to be added.
It is waking up. Unmake it. Quickly now, before my miscalculation takes effect.
Let's see if this skip helps us out here. Maybe. Maybe it did. Can't tell. Armor strip. Trying to get the headshot. Okay. Knock me out my frame as you do. Please get your head out of that bit of terrain. Really annoying.
Mr. Fishinacci, it
There we
flew
are.
away. Hey, chase it, chase it.
Nope, just heard the first firework outside. Oh, so close.
Dimensional orb protects the angel. Pass through to destroy it.
There we go. Feeling any better today? Still sound rough and tired? Still rough, still a little bit tired, to be honest. Sleep has been absolutely ruined by the cough and illness. But I'm still alive. Voice is just sounding deeper than ever. I've done this wrong. It's going to set up the orbs. Yeah, there we are.
We have seen all that we may from this vantage. I have
And but angel complete. Well, near enough.
Vitrium awaits.
Only now? Yeah, only now. I don't live in a rough area. At least not anymore. Ooh, fractalized reset.
Even if you die.
Let's put a marker on that one for peeps. Let them know that it's here.
But keep that beak in the
Excuse me.
position.
Vitrium seeking. Grab the eyes.
Acquire a fresh probe to do.
There we go. 2 more for this area and we'll be good. Does Shattering Impact work on angels? Possibly. I don't see any reason it wouldn't. JNK, cheers. From Water Visit say, hello, love your content. Was the Stynax in the loading thing? Realize the name. Oh, fair do, fair do. I'll be honest, I see a lot of people in loading areas. I don't take much notice of his names myself, but you know, it's my one. Welcome on into the stream. Alright, let's head on over to the next location.
They're good,
This
but
way.
Not enough. Acquire more serum and stimulate another vitrium.
Let us simulate another Vitrium then. Which is to say, let's go shove some weird spike thing over an eyeball. Have a look at this, will ya? And that's a 1 eye grab, 2 eye grab. Oop, more spawning. 3 eye grab, 4 eyes. Seeing these other ones getting taken around me, 5 eyes. Someone should be hitting the 30th. There it is, lovely. Oh, and I'm stuck under some stairs.
Oh, success! The vitrium beholds the swarm. Now,
And someone's found a sarcophage, which is good. We are all good and are ready to go. Fair do, Esprit. You can find firework displays in all kinds of places. More or less elaborate, depending on just where you are, really. I imagine if you're in some rural village in parts of China, then you'll get a much less impressive display. All about just basically how big the display is, not specifically the location.
The demon finally takes form.
Continent.
At last, it can be destroyed.
Yo, who's that? Bigfoot, thank you very much for dropping your prime over here. Welcome to the channel proper. Enjoy your lovely blue sub badge emotes, your access to support Steelers, that's the premium channel over on my Discord, and no more ads for you. Oh yeah, I can't shoot that yet. How about your 2024 Warframe tier list? What about it? I've never done a Warframe tier list for a year before, so what about it? Are you sure you're speaking to the right creator? There we are. All wrapped up here.
From that curse, I shall glean
Okay,
the knowledge
these
to
are
recalibrate
really
the
obnoxiously on the
Jarl
screen.
gargoyle.
Not gonna lie. Like, when I'm moving around, I don't need that ring blocking my view. I do feel like that is a design flaw. When you're stood and looking downish, it looks nice. When you're actively trying to do stuff, and your frame jumps and puts it into your eye level, yeah, not so great. That is not so great. Does it go transparent? It goes transparent, but not enough. Only little bits right up close to the camera. Like we can see here. Bigfoot said, love your YouTube videos, had to sub. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Glad you're happy to drop that over here. As your first message, no less. I could say, don't you love it when you have slow loading and someone brings you into Visual without you even being able to take a relic instead of leaving and recruiting a squad? Yeah. Forced starts are just stupid. If people in the squad don't request it, don't do it. Hell, it's only an option because the game bugs out. Have I tested the indifferent facade enemies actually having damage attenuation? Most recently, enemies handle crits differently than others. They do have damage attenuation. Of this, we can be certain. The exact nature of it is hard to narrow down, and there are claims that it is linked to FPS. I would recommend not messing around with that, as that's not playing with the game as intended. That is definitely not playing with the game as intended, so I wouldn't mess around with that if I were you. But otherwise, yeah, we have seen damage attenuation is definitely a thing. The damage we deal to them is much lower than the damage we should be dealing, and it is not a linear resistance either. So that is attenuation. As I'm saying, there's an image I can see off the community Discord. It's definitely our vibe when it comes to tier lists. Okay. Did I read about the shadow buff to Chroma's effigy? I also read other people saying that they could not replicate the results that the OP on Reddit was claiming. Yup. I sound older? I sound like I've got an illness. That's probably what you're hearing. Managed to get 100% status on your ball? Fair do. Yeah, right. It was posted into our Discord. Let me, let's see if I can just find... Yeah, so it was posted by... yeah, it's posted by Flo, I believe. Yeah, Flo. And the follow-up on that... Let's see. Arbitrary jumped in saying, completely fake. Hints of truth. Effigy does now move. Slower than a snail and will just stop. Doesn't have a new animation. Doesn't have good status application. Claiming the post is super fake. And that's all there is on that. I remember looking through the thread as well. It was a bit kind of... Oh my god, I saw this thing, and that's it. Just someone making a claim. There could be more to it, but honestly, it's Chroma's effigy. How much are we really expecting from it? How much are we really expecting from it?
There you are. Once more into the breach. What?
It's possible that the Reddit post is from someone who expected it to do actually nothing whatsoever. And didn't realize it could do something, just not a good something. And misinterpreted it. Yeah, I can't say I've looked too far into it as I've been working on other stuff. Right, whilst this loads in, let's just have a quick look here and see if YouTube has finished processing the subtitles.
I neglected to account for void emergence
Our
within
next
my
one.
sphere.
It has. Wonderful. We can sort that later.
And the murmur must be hushed. Both things must
Do you miss
happen
arbitrary
in
comments? Fair do, fair do.
sequence, lest our doors be perpetually flung wide.
Yeah, random Reddit posts, if they have evidence attached to them, sure. But it depends on what they consider evidence. Because some people think, hey, here I experienced something once. Here is a very minimal screenshot of totally what's happening. They think that's absolute conclusive evidence. Because people get excited, they find a new thing and like, oh my god, wow, I've experienced a new thing. I finally get to be the one who gets to share it with the community.
They will lead you to your target. Quickly now.
I get the appeal.
It is waking up.
Anything else keep spawning about weapons? Nope.
Now, before my miscalculation takes effect and draws the
New video coming soon?
attention
Yes, indeed.
of the murmur.
Yeah, skipping his messages definitely speeds this up, doesn't it? Once again, DE attaching spawn to a really long communication.
Well, we
Come on,
love
DE.
to.
We've done this how many times now? How many times now? Oh, I didn't even get its first attack off. Dang it.
Papa's research anticipated such wonders. Though
I can
he
barely
never
see through this.
witnessed them himself. As a mathematician, I rejoice. As a sane being, I feel
on.
my mind falling in on itself.
I'm still used to it having to get through that whole stagger scream animation before I can hit it. He did speed this up a lot. Can I get it? Can I get it? Ah, I ran out of energy. Oop.
We have seen all that we may from this vantage. I have marked a new Atropos probe.
And... bam. Job done.
The vitrium awaits. Administer the serum. Do not allow the vision to be interrupted by anything.
There we are.
And
Alright
don't
then.
Talk to it, even if you die.
Oh, we're here, are we? Okay. I can contribute to this. No problem.
Distract yourself with your favorite color and forget what you heard. Good job.
Is it known Nodus Lava has a bug considering Lua sentience like the normal ones? I don't know what bug you might be referring to. If you're experiencing a bug, please make sure you report it on the bug report forums. It's the only way you can find and fix bugs. Oh well, we're done here nice and quick. On to the next.
Insufficient. We must outstare the murmur. Fetch a probe and narcotize another vitrium.
Let's grab another probe.
Serum, take it. It's
There's a flying off into ether? Yeah, report that one on the forums. Do I have Warframe New Year's resolutions? Nope. I don't make New Year's resolutions. If the only time you're going to make a change is in the new year, you should have made the change before. That's the way I see it. There's no point holding off until a given date to do something that needs to be done. Just do it. And if you're not just doing it, then there's clearly some other barrier than the new year stopping you. So yeah, I don't make New Year's resolutions. Haven't done in a long time. How'd the AMA go? It went well. Lasted 6 hours, which was a lot longer than intended, but there are a lot of questions. And I was determined to get through them all. Alright, there we are. We're all set here. Let's head on over. Get stuck on some terrain.
Success! The vitrium beholds the swarm.
Hoping we can get a sarcophage. There it is.
Sleeps here. We it.
So what do I say? My New Year's resolution to continue to not make New Year's resolutions. I just don't make them, Esprit, but nice try at the humour.
Defeat the tide to face the one.
Come on, I'd like what I can charge off of plus. There's so many effects. Oh, the one I can charge off of, it's probably too late. That's enough charge. Fire!
Heal yourself and attack.
All the firepower. All of it. If you're sorry for police and paramedics on a night like tonight, yeah. Yeah, it's just... It's always more for them on busy nights like this, isn't it? is the way. Can't say I've ever needed paramedics or police myself on a New Year's so far. I intend to keep it that way if I can. And there we are. Job's a good un. Wonderful. Got all the stuff. Looks like it. Let's get out of here.
From that curse, I shall
Straight through that portal. Straight through that portal.
Gargoyle.
And we're good. It was a good Nova. Don't forget firefighters, yeah. All emergency services, anyone involved in that, yeah. Hell, even the people just facilitating the fun that others are having.
Curse bearer, to the gargoyle in your dojo. Not a word?
New hacking minigame is slow.
A new
New
day
hacking minigame.
dawns. Let us to work.
Oh, right, yeah. It took me a moment to remember, because it's not that much of a pain to me, and you can use a cipher on it, but sure. Alright. Yeah, the terminals. I don't find it that bad, and I get laughs in the way. Alright. Where are we at in terms of the daily standing? Two more. Two more bounties. Beautiful.
Excelsior!
Yeah, the new hacking minigame to me seemed like a neat variant on the theme.
Now, pluck and defend the
Esprit, you know how random chance works.
Do not leave here with both plume and curse.
You know that's
My
pure
essential
anecdotal.
error will go forever uncorrected. The Vitrium may not
Alright,
gaze
let's
and
pop
feel
this. Nightwave skip.
the Vitrium
That is a
awaits.
lot faster, yeah.
Administer the serum. Do not allow the vision to be interrupted by anything. And don't
Oops.
talk to it.
Got
Even
smacked.
if you die. Can you feel
Pop the
that?
bubble.
Murder's eyes gaze upon
Melt
you.
the angel. Jump into the zone.
Mr. Fishinacci, it flew away. Hey, chase it, chase it.
The dimensional orb protects the angel. Pass through to destroy it.
And we're Gucci. Oops, didn't mean that. There we go. Really activated that high up on its hit points? I thought I stopped in time to make it still use an attack. Whatever. That should melt it. There we are.
Place yourself between
And
the
it's dead.
Vitrium and the enemy.
There's Player Rank Void Angel playlist.
Stop them.
Alright. Any more eyes in the area?
Now
Well, there's still
that
people doing the eyes.
is a scary dream. Right, bird? You can't see, but I'm
Yeah, it's
winking.
just about to pop.
I don't have eyelids.
1, 2. Alright then, off to the next location.
The Vitrium is spent, but we must see more. Locate another probe.
Got a probe just over here.
A fresh probe, Tenno.
Now off we go.
Open that waiting eye into the abyss.
Void Angel flies for follow, so much better if it's just one of each phase. I suppose it's just meant to be a little bit longer than could be achieved with just one of each. Meant to feel a little more substantial than that.
To protect its eyes. Ha! I've got a Tenno. Ha ha ha!
Let's get the one that's hiding up around here. Oh, yep, all eyes are caught. Wonderful, nice and quick. On to the next zone.
We have seen all that we made.
Vitrums arise? Yep.
I have marked a new Atropos probe.
There's a probe. You've got that one. I will stab this one. Stabby. Yep, their eyes.
Additional firepower authorized. If the
Oh, someone's bringing in their necromech. As you do. As you do. Pop, 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 pop. Vitrium exhausted. All done here. Right, let's head on over to the boss.
Oh, success! The Vitrium beholds the swarm! Ha ha ha!
Is this
Summon the tide now.
next ridge over? I was going to say, it didn't look like the right spot. That fish gets annoying after 3 runs. I tune him out, I'll be honest. I just tune him out.
Defeat the tide to face the one.
There we go. One is summoning. Can you break the necromech into the boss chamber and can you archivex it down? Maybe? Don't see anyone with it. As for archivex it down, attenuation.
It could be destroyed.
Pure and simple. The same reason you can't bring down liches and sisters easily with it. Attenuation. Thumb is down. No. Oh, let's get inside of this thing. There we are. Charge up. Nice and charge. Thank you. And it's obliterated. Double check all the bits. Yep. Let's get out of here.
You must become curse bearer.
That's a good Nova portal.
Error.
That was a very good Nova portal.
Seize it. I must compensate for the blind.
You can definitely take the mix in. There we are then. But yeah, the Archivex would just be attenuated to hell and back. It's a common thing. Basically, D made this thing that's supposed to be ridiculously powerful, like absolute stonking damage, and then they went, oh wait, that's not balanced. Shit. Now what do we do? And damage attenuation was born.
What happened here did not happen.
It'll do more damage than the Mark 1 Bratton, obviously, yeah. A lot more than that. But there is a very strong tail off.
At least pretend this mess can still work.
Hey, precision and intensify as well. Why not? I could really do my voice back to normal. It's really pissing me off at this point.
Together again.
Right then, last of the bounties needed to get the full value out of this lot. Let's get cracking on it. Each run we do like this, not only a bunch of standing, but also a new arcane, which is very, very nice to have. I could have sworn the drop table said it was supposed to be 50%, but hey, drop tables may be unpublished or incorrect at any point in time. It's funny you just follow because it's like, that's a pleasant voice. Yeah, it's, if you've not watched my videos, then evidently you don't know what I sound like normally. But all of my current videos over on YouTube will give you a better idea as to what I normally sound like. I'm going to go straight for the angel. This is a result of me having had a nasty cold for over a week now. The cold itself is mostly going, but the... Oh, let's grab that. The cold itself is mostly going, but the effect is lingering on my voice. But I'm making the most of it. It's 2 of you that tried the attenuation command. I don't have a video on attenuation specifically. I have a video on the Archon Hunt. Hello, Angel.
Whilst we can still see
Let's
them.
pop this, pop you. Nightwave, skip it. Oh, there's a few of these nearby. I'll grab those in a moment. Hello, Angel.
Ooh, that's loud.
Just pop with the spore later. Don't need to aim with that.
We're loud too. Go get him.
That should be a good melt. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Damage attenuation isn't based on the buffs you have. It is literally based on the actual DPS being applied to the boss. That's it. Making it functionally a timer, but not quite one. So it is measuring
Good, but not enough.
the amount of damage you're actually applying to it, but it is massively reducing it on the higher end to account for the fact that this game is not balanced.
Atropos probes in your vicinity.
I completely missed that orb.
Dimensional orb
There we go.
protects the angel. Pass through to destroy it.
Yeah, it's not to do with buffs, it's to do with DPS, which buffs lead to. And that's why you experience that.
Its potent work.
Boop, there we are. Section complete. Let's grab the Voker as I'm in the area.
A word, you saw nothing. You see nothing. Yes.
Grab that one. And there is one more over here, up on top. Yoink. There we are. Why am I using Operator instead of Drifter? Because I prefer to have the Operator. For all the time that I played the game, I was the Operator. They added in the Drifter as an alternative character, but the Drifter was in Duviri. The Drifter did not get the Void powers, which Operator uses. So the Drifter is the Imposter. They are a skin to all that is happening. So I use the Operator. That was weird. Bitchroom exhausted. Wonderful. Let's head our way over.
We have a lock. The Vitrium stares down our
And we're on location.
never.
Ready to go.
Shoot.
You love having your voice absolutely shot, you can drop about 2 octaves. I mean, fair dude. Considering that speaking is literally a big part of my job, I like it when my voice is consistent.
Let it break itself against you.
I don't like the difference, and I sure as hell don't like the fact that it's going to be a major focus of the YouTube comments on the next video. There's no getting around that.
There. The demon finally takes form.
Yeah, I skip comments which include pointless or stupid elements. You don't get to control the conversation just by throwing in something that you are framing as a fact, but it's actually an opinion. How do I find the Voke with the icons? It is the airsport charge being used with the Orkin Eye airsport, which you get from the Parallax landing craft. It detects rare items like pickups such as Voka within 150 meters, ignoring all terrain. Very nice to have. 5-minute cooldown if you've got the upgrade from Intrinsics, 10-minute normally. By the time you unlock that, you should be on a 5-minute cooldown. Alright, yep, all bits grabbed, let's go.
Grasp that lingering
Let's
curse
get us out of
and
here.
Pray no one heard.
Up. Yeah, I could double voice for doing call center work. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, usually this has only ever happened for me whilst I've been in the actual depths of being ill. This is the first time I've had such a deep voice stick around for more than a day. Which is mildly concerning, I will say. Mildly concerning. What's my favourite Warframe to play? Lavos. Yep. Lavos. Okay, so that will have capped out the standing from bounties new enough. There's just going to be like 500 left over, which I could sort real quickly here.
Do what you do would vex my... This
Job done.
ought to keep to better times.
Beautiful. No, I didn't update that command. You're very right there, Ray. I'll have to sort that out. In fact, you know what? Let's take ourselves a breather from the missions. We'll sort out a couple things. So, Gidlix, Saltmere, and a Transrite Anudet. Thank you very much, all three of you, for joining in on the runs there. We're going to have a break from mission running for a moment, so, you know, have yourselves a breather, grab yourselves a drink or something, whilst I sort some bits here on the admin side. There you are. I do need to update that command. So let me grab the updated Lavos video with the Y Lavos, copy link. Let's go to the commands, custom commands, Lavos. Or how about Y? Boop. There we are. Right. That should do it for you. That's updated. You gonna leave now for the New Year's Eve dinner? Fair enough. Have yourself a wonderful dinner. After fully contributing to the clan's gargoyle, is there any other use to the curses? Nope, other than use them in the next week. And then once your clan is completely capped out on curses over the 4 weeks, no use whatsoever that we're aware of. Yeah, Ray, you probably reused it too quickly. It was on a cooldown. That's what. Cheers, Zom. Cheers. No, Ray, it's not being rude to you. It's on a cooldown, because otherwise people could spam commands. So I just have it set to default cooldowns to most commands. Pure and simple. Do I have any good Ash builds? I need to revisit my Ash setups because D went ahead and changed the Ash mechanics again without making a patch note on it. So I need to revisit those. They took a swing at him, nerfed him. Not sure on the exact nature of the nerf, but yeah, it needs revisiting. Also, Dark Wolf, cheers. What they change? Most notably is that the sheer amount of damage we were getting from the shadow finishers appears to have been reduced. If I knew the exact extent of that, I'd have a build for you though. So I can't help you on that. No, Ray, you just kept on saying drops. You said it twice. You know what the bot's like. Don't call my bot rude. Come on now. My bot has not been rude. Alright, let's have a look as to where this video is at then. I don't know, Kramer, because they didn't put a patch note on it. How would I know the why? Yeah, Ash could always use stat sticks, it's just he never used to use them as powerfully, or at least not to my understanding. And then he could, and now he can't. But to what extent it was reverted, I haven't verified, which is why I don't have builds for you. You can use the old builds, they should still be effective, but how effective and what's wasted on there, I currently don't know. That is the nature of DE changing things silently. Alright, let's see. Has this video all got everything nice and ready to go live? Subtitles. Edit the timings. Nope, it did get a bit wrong. It always gets a bit wrong when it comes to the intro music. What's going on with this? YouTube, get good. I'm the engineer. Let's solve a practical problem. Yep, there we are. That's where it needs to switch the subtitle to the actual intro bloody music. That goes there. That goes there. And it should run to here. Yeah, there it is. Cool. Subtitle sorted. Twitch Premiere? Nah. Nah, what we'll do is, at the end of the stream, I'll make that video live. Now that it's all fully processed and I know I can go live, I will make it live at the end of the live stream. So you got that to look forward to. Absolutely, you got that to look forward to. On top of that, I've decided that for this one video, the Meet the Math for it, for those of you who are unaware, Meet the Math is the behind-the-scenes mathematics, the spreadsheets or calculations, whatever I've used to inform the numbers behind a video. that always goes up on Patreon. This is the 81st Meet the Math, and I've decided because it's the new year, as a special, this one is going to be available to everyone. There's going to be no restriction on this one. You don't need to be a proper Cuppa member, hell, not any member whatsoever on Patreon, even if you are just a random no one. Signed into nothing, you can still get access to it, is my understanding. So I'm making it open to everyone, this one. Just as a one-off, as a Happy New Year gift to you all. Oh. Hey, a teaser about what the video is about. This is the most new player focused video I have done in a very long time. Let's go with that. Sock here say, hi, first disregard the name, I won't be Sock. Just came here, thank you for your YouTube videos, helps a lot, Happy New Year. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. And welcome into the Twitch channel as well, I appreciate you enjoy the videos enough to come on over here. Sneak peeks would be nice, might bring in more patrons. That's the idea. You know, if someone happens to pop on over there and go, wow, yeah, I do like having this kind of data put together. I would like to see what more you do. What's that? 80 other posts I can lock instantly for a single subscription I can cancel anytime? Well, sign me up for that. You know, that would be great. Hellfire, if enough people signed up on the Patreon there, then I could just straight up give the middle finger to every sponsor that reaches out to me. Currently, I read what they have to say, and then give them the middle finger because it's some kind of scam half the time. But yeah. Almost as if I planned it? Yeah, you know, it's almost like it's a little bit of promotional material out there. That's fine. Do I think green shards will be a nice with arc and continuity for Lavos? Nah. Lavos has no reason to use green shards. Why put them on him? They're pointless. No, but for real. The corrosion stacks +2 are actually real nice on Lavos, because you can get to full armor strip with corrosive stacks only on him. That is genuinely nice to have. That is genuinely nice. Let's just say, hopefully some Infinity Cups help you out currently. Oh yes, Infinity is a huge boon for me, so I really do appreciate that. With the Tau Yellows, so we've got one for particle velocity and one for casting speed. So that makes the all of this just feel that much snappier, and that's real nice to have. And this allows me to get around places even better. And you notice the difference. You really do. And then this one here, to round it all off, a little bit extra armor. It gets me over the 2,000 value, which just feels nice. It just feels nice. Does it have to be Tau Forged? Nope. But it is anyway. It is anyway. As I'll say, not every sponsor don't think we say no to DE. I mean, it depends on what they're asking for. Sometimes I'd say no, sometimes I wouldn't. But I probably wouldn't in most cases, yeah. You got 2 Tau Forged Yellows on one of your frames, 2 needs movement abilities. 2 parkours. Yeah, parkour shards really do go a long way. They really do. To get Tau combo shard, you need 2 Tau going in. Yes. So if I wanted to have Tau green, I'd need to use a Tau blue and a Tau yellow, which is a very big ask. Honestly, just taking the 2 shards in the first place and 2 Taus of each is a big ask. Kind of surprised they went that route in the end. I would have expected 1 Tau and 1 standard. So then you could take a Tau of a color you don't care about as much to get a Tau of the color you're trying to invest into and keep the Tau of the other color. But they didn't go that road. Slightly surprising, but it's what they chose in the end. It's what they chose. Go figure. Maybe people would have asked for Ultra Tau if you did Tau and Tau at the same time or something stupid. I don't know. I don't know, really. Can a Warframe get immune to Corrupted Nullifier's energy drain attack? Yeah, be Lavos. Or Hildren for that matter. But mostly be Lavos. Because then, what's energy? Otherwise, no. No, you cannot. No, sorry, that's incorrect. No, you cannot directly. You can block the attack outright, as long as the attack doesn't actually hit you in some way, technically, then you resist the effect. But you need to fully resist the effect to stop it from actually draining your energy. The best answer is be Lavos. The best answer is be Lavos. Nixon and Bubble is immune to energy nullifier attacks. Yeah, but that's not what we're asking about. It's the energy drain from Ancient Disrupts is my understanding there. I mean, if you're referring specifically to the magnetic bubble, well, that's really easy. It's just a magnetic proc. Anything that blocks magnetic procs blocks that. I didn't think that I would need asking about. Well, yeah. Double Tau Green Shard for +4 stack on a single green shard. I mean, I can see the value in it. I can also see why D wouldn't want that. But yeah. It's also for green. Towels will know you need 2 for 4 corrosives, so don't worry about tying them. But Zom. Against enemies which only have a maximum of 4 corrosive procs on them at any one given time, with 2 towels, you get that up to 10 procs. You'll be able to get 80% armor strip on them rather than 68 without. So that's a notable difference there. I think it's 68. That would be a notable difference there. You would be, I think, dealing around 50% more damage. Maybe a bit less, depending on their armor. Yeah, 30 to 50% more damage, I'd say, very roughly, for going to tower rather than to non-tower on the greens. Not a huge increase all told, and you're probably better off looking at other sources of armor strip if they're vulnerable to it in the first place, but it is a thing. Do I know if the Incarnate weapons from Cavallero that are Sulphur Plat will change? D have not made any suggestions about changing them at this point in time. The ones from Cavallero for Plat are more recent Incarnates added through the circuit, and they've tested putting it there is all, really. Yo, I don't know who done that, but whoever did, just gift a sub over to Crown Ladybug. Thank you very much for that. Ladybug, make sure you give a thank you to that one. It's assuming if you're even around at the moment. Oh. Cheers indeed. Esprit, I don't know what your question is. You haven't actually finished your question there, sorry. Can't help you. I was saying maybe they just wanted a system to act as somewhat Archon Shard Sync for people who save up a lot of them. I can see that. With the Tau Forge being as limited as they are, I can see that less, but yeah. They did eventually want to have some way to add more value to the Archon Shards. Very understandable. That said, and I've said this before now, I'm looking over the Archon Shards, the 3 combination shards feel a bit niche, to be quite honest with you. They feel niche. Sure. Would 1 green shard on corrosive stacks and corrosive projection fully strip? Don't know how the math behind corrosive. Corrosive projection and corrosive procs are multiplicative of each other, not additive, so that won't apply. Corrosive projection is a I think, for lack of a better term, an ability strip versus a status strip. So if you strip something 50% with an ability, no, let's use a full number. If you strip something 84% with an ability, and then corrosive projection is actually corrosive is 80. Oh fuck! Start again. I'm trying to remember numbers here and not read them, but don't work. All right. Corrosive projection, 18%. Right. If you have an ability that strips 82% of the armor, and you have corrosive projection equipped, you strip 100%. Because they add together, they both are working on the same function. But corrosive procs are multiplicative to that. So it doesn't matter what you get from corrosive procs, you could have a 99% armor strip from corrosive procs somehow. Not sure how you'd figure that. I think you get 98% with 13 procs. It doesn't matter what amount of corrosive projection is out there as well. Those two will multiply together, and negative multiplication, i.e. going downwards multiplication, doesn't get you to 0. You have to have 100% from one or the other for it to get you to 0. But you'll get to a very low number if you stack it all together like that. If you had 1 green shard, non-Tau Forge, you get 12 stacks. That'd be 92% armor strip. And then this, taking off 18%. 0.08 multiplied by that, you would get a total of 93.44% armor strip, combining this with 12 corrosive procs thanks to a green shard. Yeah. Heard somewhere that 2 greens allows you to fully strip your status. Is that true? Yes. Once you get to 14 corrosive procs on an enemy, if they are vulnerable to armor strip via corrosive proc, they will have no armor. Done. 0. And then it'll come back once the corrosive wears off. Unless Hydroid happens. What if you multiply by -0? That's when you get yourself timed out. Yeah. Come on now. Oh, you've asked for a 2035. Alright then. Happy New Year. Job done on that one. What about a green tower with +3? Inzi, I'm going to bounce this question back at you because I don't think you've thought through your question enough to ask the question. So what about a green tower with +3? What actually is your question here? And is it a question you need to ask? Or are you just asking me to finish your thought that you started thinking? Come on now. What about Tau Green plus Corrosive plus Heat? What about it, Sandbade? Same question goes to you. I'm going to bounce these back now. Come on, I've given you all the fundamentals. I've given you all the fundamentals here. It's not rocket science. This is extremely simple mathematics once I've given you the fundamentals. Just curious about the percent? Okay, well, let's notepad this. Apparently some people are visual learners or hand-me learners. Let's bring it out. Come on now. You need me to write it on the whiteboard? I'll write it on the whiteboard for you. Corrosive procs. 24% strip on... Ooh. Strip on first proc. Is it 24 or 26? Actually, I think it's 26, isn't it? Yeah, it's 26. 26% strip on first proc. 6% more per additional proc. So, if you have 13 procs, that is 26 plus 12 times 6, which equals da-da-da-da, and you'll have your answer. Congratulations, Mizu. I'm just going to go Mizu. Congratulations, you got it correct. Yeah. Like, you do reach points sometimes when you don't actually need to ask the question anymore. You can literally just count. If 10 procs is 80, and 1 proc adds 6, then 80 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 98. That's how you figure out 13. It's not exactly rocket science. I'm going to say, now if my head is thinking right, heat plus 30 corrosive is 99% as both a multiplicative. Correct. Well done. See, Mizu's paying attention. Mizu is paying attention. Cosmo isn't. Mizu is looking to take Cosmo's VIP badge. That could be arranged. But yeah, it's a pretty simple process, really. It is a pretty simple process. The only surprising thing of it all is the fact that it applies the +2 to enemies which have a 4 status cap. It could have gone either way. It could have applied, it could have not applied. D decided to make it where it applies. Maybe they didn't even decide it. It just happened, they just rolled with it. I don't know. But it does mean that enemies which are susceptible to armor reduction through corrosive, but also have a 4 corrosive stack limit, can be full armor stripped with enough of these emerald shards. VIPs are revocable? Yes, they are. Yeah. Just because you're VIP on the channel doesn't mean I can't take it away. I can take that away at any moment, and there is absolutely no rules surrounding it from Twitch. Sorry, no, there is one rule from Twitch. I can't sell you VIP. That's it. I can't say, give some amount of bits, you get VIP. That's the only restriction. Channel points it doesn't apply to because channel points aren't bought or sold. So that's it. That's the long, short, and entirety of it. VIPs can VIP themselves as well if I command. Can they? I did not know that was a thing. Spanners aren't a real currency? No. No. Cosmo. How much have you had to drink? This is unlike you. What does VIP actually do? There you go. Sure. There you go. The main thing is it gives a badge next to your name that says you're VIP. So yeah, it's mostly a badge. It's mostly a badge. Let's try commands first. I mean, there's not a command for everything. There's not a command for everything. There's a command for Patreon. You know, you can try out that one if you want. But no, there's not a command for everything. Badges for nice feelings? There is that, yeah. There is that. Zom, one too many R's. Gotta mind your ass when you spell that. Yeah. No immunity to bad check bans? Nope. Rules are still rules. You have to follow the rules. Rules are still rules. Those rules are there in place to keep this this place sane and sensible. Because I know a lot of you will try and make it insane and unsensible if I let you do so. I know that from experience. And that's simply just not fun. I can't make a good stream happen if people come in here just trying to stir shit up. And people do come in here and try to stir shit up. I have to actively fight against that. And yes, some people complain about that. They'll see it as an overstep of their ability to create problems. Like, nope, no problems allowed. Piss off. Go ruin someone else's day. Alright, making progress on these arcanes. Not a huge amount of progress, although obviously these ones are going to be very hard to progress. But yeah, what I can do is I can go and see what I can get from Bird, and see what I take it from there. Get an enemy affected by magnetic status for a chance to pull in enemies with an 80 meter radius. I mean, that seems cool. Depends on how strong the pull is, but it seems cool. Especially for melee. Melee especially would enjoy having enemies brought into melee range. That's obvious to everyone. What's the craziest build I ever made or frame I didn't think I'd like but surprised me? Probably doing the Urani guide. And actually making viable Urani builds. Yeah. Because when Urani was first released, she was an absolute pain in the ass and not worth the effort. DE have given us some improvements and buffs here and there. Yes, people still hate the K-Drive. There's no fixing that. The whole design is K-Drive. But aside from that, actually making her into a viable setup. That was a surprise. I'll be honest with you. That I could actually turn it around in multiple different builds. Not just one singular way of doing it, too. That was neat. That was neat. Hey, Bird.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Got something to do. Mr. Fishinachi's got his thing. Mr. Tactfish got his thing. I got my thing. It's so nice.
Alright then.
Ooh, I love this bit.
Let's see. How much do these cost? Be 7,500. That is not cheap. Alrighty then. Let's just get a few of those.
Walk, walk, walk.
Walk, 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 indeed. Walk, walk, walk. Alright then. I don't even know if the whistle came through correctly. The noise filter might have picked it up. I'm really saying, viable Urani builds, you mean like the Steel Path gets to build one? Oh, what was that situation? I forgot now. What was that situation where we had the unmodded Urani? Because, yeah, it was Urania that was the body, wasn't it? What was the situation? Guess what was empty world? Yeah. I'm just trying to remember. What was it that I was showing at the time? Still have mobile defense, guess the build. Was I just doing mobile defense with probably Spore Lacer? I think it was just doing a Steel Path mission, Spore Lacer, no build, and demonstrating it was still doable. Solo. Wait a minute, how do I have tiny Warframe loadouts in my ship? Oh, those. They're called Articulars. Yeah. Those 4 are called Articulars. You can set them up in various poses, and they can copy loadouts of, well, your loadouts. That's how. Hey, Black Sheep. There you are. Read that bot message I just summoned. I put it into a bot message because enough people ask it, and yeah, it's easily answered that way now. It's just easy that way. I didn't remember it during the AMAs on. Didn't remember that command existed, but yeah, it's still there. But yeah, Urania, she's actually capable, believe it or not. A lot of people don't want to believe it, but it's true. It is true. Right, let's see. If we take this, we swap it out for that, and we can upgrade it to here. Killing an enemy affected by magnetic status has a 35% chance to pull in enemies within 18 meters. We can give that a whirl. What I can do is I could swap this out now from viral to magnetic. Not gonna fit. Hey, it fits. That works. I'll do that. Now, slash magnetic, you might be like, okay, that's not really a good setup, is it, Ken? And the answer is no, it's not really a good setup. But we're gonna do it anyway and see what happens. And I'm just gonna run that as is, pretty much. Yep. Still gonna use it against the Grenadier for a laugh. Let's just see what happens. How long have we had it? A while. It doesn't tell me the timestamp, so just a while. What about reverse question? Frames you thought you might like, but ended up not clicking with. Good question. Not sure, really. Yeah, just not sure on that one. Thought I'd like, but didn't end up clicking with. Not sure I really have one that fits that for you, sorry. No. Alright, let's go Draco. Simple testing ground, why not? Slash will have plenty of, which will still car through stuff. I can apply viral procs if it really needs it, but mostly let's just slam into things and see what happens.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them
Up.
at your peril.
Life support has been
I mean, Cronin are pretty strong, so they should be fine.
Choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
Oh, yeah, they'll get some good pulls. Oh, that is filling my screen. What is that? Is that the Tenokai? Oh. That is... Why is my screen so noisy? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn down visual effects. I'm actually... That's a little too much. I don't know what's happening. I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, that grouping is pretty strong. That is a strong grouping effect. Oops. It just went past me. Yeah, grouping. It works. For how much? Not sure. If I just hold down E, rather than use the Tennokai for a bit. We just cut things. No, those heavy attacks were definitely doing some work there, weren't they? Yeah. Maybe this will work well on the Inodem with a Diriga that has magnetic weapon on the bond mod arc coil. Could do. Yeah, that would certainly put magnetic out there a bit, wouldn't it? See, I'm just kind of turning this into a blender now. You got a Praetos Ribbon? Nice. Now, the only problem with the Cronin or any kind of Tonfa for this is that the Tonfas have, I think, 0.6 follow-through. So they're not going to get the most value out of the grouping. Whereas something like the Inodem would, because it's got 0.9 follow-through. Yeah, considering this is on, what, 30% or 35% proc chance? It's doing alright. I think this is one of those arcanes where the max upgrade is just a little bit more reliable, but it doesn't mean it's necessary. Going from roughly 1 in 3 kills to 1 in 2 kills with the proc is a huge change, but I think it doesn't really need that much, does it? Seeing how many of these I'm carving in. The effect is still very visibly there. It's 45% at max rank? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, 10 percentage points more. It'll go from 35 to 45%. So roughly 1 in 3 to roughly 1 in 2. Rounding awkwardly there, but roughly. Hey, Torment, what you got for me? You got something dangerous? Something interesting? Something cool? You've got... not a lot of anything. To be quite honest, that's what it looks like. Yeah, let me get some Tennokai and then hit you with it. Or you can run away from me. And he's dead, yeah. That'll do. It's interesting if people popping in just using the Black Command straight up. Title doing its job there. Title doing its job, eh? Welcome in, Mr. Reckless. I've done that a few times before now. Just put the Plat command in the stream title. I do it genuinely to see just how many people are going to come in and type that. How curious y'all going to get? How desperate for Plat are you? Tennokai still cringy name? Yeah, I don't like the name Tennokai. I don't like it. I don't care what it translates from or to. It doesn't sound great. I'm just going to accept it as it's its name. But it doesn't sound great. Mind you, I say this as someone who's made an innuendo joke in the next video, so yeah. There you are. That's just life. This has been decent. In terms of what it's doing, it's feeling good. Let's see about the Diriga combination. Let's step it up. Yep. Okay, or I can fall. That's fine too. Now, I can't tell if Shozin's type Plat there just out of curiosity, or because they actually just saw the title and auto dropped in. You have no idea what I'm referring to? Which bit am I referring to you're not aware of? Is it the Tennokai bit you're not aware of? Just got here, what are we testing? I was just giving the Melee Vortex a whirl, seeing how it would do on bringing things in. Tennokai? So Tennokai is a thing you unlock after completing Whispers in the Wall. And what it does is it enables you to use periodic heavy attacks, which are both faster and do not use your combo whatsoever. Actual 100% efficiency. With the upgraded Tennokai mods, you can also get, excuse me, further bonuses on them. They have a typically 15% chance of proccing every time you make a melee swing that hits, but you can increase that or get other bonuses. So here on this one, I've increased the opportunity window to 4 seconds, so it makes it easier for me to use Tennokai on a more ideal target, and it increases the melee range of those Tennokai attacks by 3 meters. So my heavy attack is a 5.5 meter range, or 7.5 when this is in effect, which really ramp ups the range there. Yeah. Did I hear about the Mirage setup with one of the new arcanes that can crash your game? Not familiar with that one, though. I'll be honest, I'm not that curious about it. I've come across enough game crashing stuff for 1 year. Yeah. Does Tennokai apply to heavy slam? Yes. So it applies to heavy slam and heavy attack. It does not seem to apply to heavy slide attack. I'm not sure what's going on there. I've tried using it, but yeah. Are these usable with Zors? Yeah, you can put these on Zors as well. And likewise the arcanes, because Zors will have their own arcane slot, just like with kick guns. It's a separate slot. So both of those can be used on Zors, no problem whatsoever. Obviously, you need to unlock it first, and this is a extra slot, so it's another slot on your melee, which means you're going to need even more Forma to fit everything. Because, like, if I go to my glaive, which, by the way, don't work very well with Tennokai, but if I go to my glaive here, my standard build does not have a lot of room left, only 3 here. So if I were to try and put on a Tennokai, which is just Exless, even the cheapest Tennokai is 4 drain. That's just not good enough. That doesn't fit. Yeah. Mirage, Cedo, Hall, Mirrors, and Melee Influence is bad. Okay, Melee Influence. Let's remind ourselves of that. Melee Influence. On Melee Electricity status chance. Sorry, on Melee Electricity status, 20% chance for elemental melee status effects to apply to enemies within 14 meters for 9 seconds. Ah, I see. No, it goes up in range a little bit over time. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Breaky, breaky. Cracky, scracky. So far, what Tennokai mod do I like? I've not really overly looked into them to get a good vibe for them. But if I just search Tennokai. So these are the options we have here. Wait, is this all the options we have? I guess it is. Don't know why, I thought there were more. Anyway, obviously the Mentor's Legacy is the cheapest of them all to fit, so that's got a positive to it there. Beyond that, looking into the other ones, let's just go down the list of them. This one enables the Tennokai to occur every 4 melee hits instead of at random. That's very nice for consistency, so that's a good one. Dreamer's Wrath increases the chance by 50%, so it goes from 15 to 22.5% is the assumption, so roughly 1 in 4 hits, and increases heavy attack critical damage by 32%. That's neat, more damage, sure, why not? Conditions Perfection increases status chance on Tennokai attacks by 100%. That one I'd say is probably not worth it. That one's probably just not worth it. Apparently the crit chance applies oddly. Yeah, well, okay. If it applies oddly, that needs investigating. I'd have to look into where it applies and how it applies. Again, we shouldn't have to do this DE. But a little bit of extra status chance is usually not going to be make or break on a heavy attack. Heavy attacks are about the damage. And as much as you can get damaging status effects, you probably want a damaging one that has a forced proc. Yeah. Never say it. Appreciate the videos I've seen. The builds use pretty accessible mods. Do wish you didn't drip feed on Reformer. Yeah, Reformer is what it is. It's something you just kind of get access to over time. It used to be much more kind of limited and mythical. Now Reformers have kind of become much more mainstay, and that's why you see them in more and more builds, because they're just so much more widely available. But at the same time, they're not refreshable so easily, like they're not infinitely farmable. It's a bit of an odd situation. It really is. Master's Edge enables Tennokai, increases Tennokai damage by 60%. And again, I wish we knew, just reading the card, is it additive to mods? Is it multiplicative the entire lot? How does this work? I mean, for all I know, this could be a 60% on the heavy attack multiplier, which would make it absolute trash tier. But we just don't know by reading the card. But on its own, unless something amazing is going on, it doesn't sound that cool to me. Because just having the Tennokai and a little bit extra damage on it isn't as impressive as some of the other options we can get. And then this one, which is the one I was using on the Cronin there, increases the opportunity window and increases the range of Tennokai attacks, which really helps push them out there. Certainly good on lower range weapons to really get that cleave through. So lower range, high follow through weapons, I should say. They'll be the big winner there. So yeah, when I was using just a standard Tennokai rather than the increased window, I did find it was timing out quite quickly. I don't remember what the exact window of opportunity is normally, because they don't tell us. This would be the perfect time to tell us on the basic mod. But yeah, it doesn't actually say in-game. So I like Opportunities Reach. Just gives it that little bit more freedom to use it where I wish to. Get into a good spot for it. We got here, Zoris with melee influence makes Glaive Prime look weak. I mean, I imagine you can get some insane elemental spread with that, yeah. Glaive's main purpose, though, is not in having the elemental spread, it's having the slash spread. That's what's cool for it. Tennokai normally 2 seconds, is it? You know what, having the fact that you're just saying 2 seconds rather than actually a full sentence makes me want to just look it up. Because a lot of people have a tendency to just say things. You might be correct, but I'm going to look it up anyway. Tennokai, it doesn't have the answer on the wiki. Oh, that's fucking amazing. Okay, let's go to Mentor's Legacy on the wiki. Maybe it'll say there. Enables Tennokai. Alright, the wiki doesn't even have this bloody information. That's great. Oh, I love it when we get this. My favorite, having to go digging for basic fundamental information about a game mechanic. Sure would be nice if the developers would actually include this information in-game. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's see. I just need a link to changes. New Tennokai system. How to enable Tennokai use the mod. Well, that'll be why the wiki doesn't state it. It's not in the patch notes. Yep. The patch notes don't say it. Oh, if there's anywhere that should not be devoid of fundamental details, it's the patch notes. When you specifically have a mod that increases the duration of the Tennokai window, please tell us what we're increasing it from. Alright, well, that's that then. We'll just have to figure it out at some point, and I'm not in the mood to figure it out right now. But there's an increase. We're gonna have to research, do research to confirm the things. Sorry, let me try reading this again, Trekkie. Will Ken have to do research to confirm things the way he thinks it should work? Right. I don't get what you're trying to say there, Trekkie. So I'm just going to leave you to a little bit of attempted humor there. Or if it's a genuine question, maybe you can rephrase it into something I can answer. Happy New Year to you, Neveron. Happy New Year to you. Alright. You know what? Let's just put this one to bed. Let's grab the Cronin. Just because that's what I put Tennokai stuff into so far. Mentor's Legacy. Simple, basic, no bullshit Tennokai.
The multitude of creatures you have immortalized would
And I'm going to do it the most appropriate way possible. I'm going to record it. I'm going to put it into my video editor, and I'm going to count the exact frames that it is active for on screen. We'll see. Let's make these a little bit bigger so they don't instantly fall over. That would be embarrassing. Recording start. Well, at least this verifies it's definitely not 15% per hit. It's 15% per strike that hits. Alright. That's me recording. Let's just stand ourselves here and get to bringing up the program. Alright, video editing program. Fair enough, Mighty Rich, thanks for the suggestion. I'm not the person to pitch suggestions to, however, as I don't actually develop Warframe. Let's see. Warframe, recordings. Tennokai video, here we go. It's 15. Mute my voice on that because I don't want me talking over me. And I might as well make it where you guys can see this bit. No hidden details we need to avoid here, so that's fine. So, right there, Tennokai is activating. We can see it. That is the symbol coming into form there. So that is the moment where Tennokai begins to activate. That is at 28:30. And it was here that it vanishes. Which is completely gone at 30:30. So it is 2 seconds. Yeah. Base is 2 seconds. So very curiously that it says it increases the window to 4 seconds on the mod, as opposed to a typical standard of plus some percentage they do with a lot of things. They could have said plus 2 seconds or plus 100%. But yeah, it doubles the window, is what we know for a fact now. Tennokai is 2 seconds. There we are then. Research conducted. Where's the melee page for Tennokai on the wiki? Might as well just add this whilst we're here. Tennokai. So it says in here. Oh, I need to sign in. God's sake. Sign in as the Kengineer. There we go. Tennokai section. Edit section. Whenever it wants to load. Alright then. Have a 15% chance of a flashing sword icon on the reticle for 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds because I literally just checked it right here, right now, recorded it and counted the frame. So it is 100% 2 seconds. If you think it's not 2 seconds, I'm sorry to let you know that you are incorrect. As I've just measured it. Alright. Let's see if that save actually goes through, or if it's just going to lock up. Edit was saved. Excellent. Tennokai section. Make sure it looks correct. 2 seconds. Yep, cool. There we are. Job done. Wiki updated. And this goes out to those who seem to think that I don't update the wiki. Fuck you. Seriously, some people just claim that without even slightly checking. Anyway. Hello there, all. As we clocked out slide 15 while we were in the simulacrum, we were testing to see how long the Tenakai was at base. It's 2 seconds. And it's very easy to test, but at the same time, D, come on, what the fuck, just put it in the patch notes. Just put it in the patch notes. When you're introducing a feature, give us the details of the goddamn feature. You're supposed to be trying to use it, right? Alright, chat, you know what, I'm going to put this to you as a poll. I'm going to put this to a simple poll. There we go. 1 minute poll is up. What do? You get to choose. For the remainder of this stream, do we test the Tenakai mod values, things like this 60% damage, or do we farm more arcanes and then can screw around with those at a later point? Whilst we vote, my cat has now decided to leave the room, so I need to open the door for her. 1 moment. Come on, you. Let's get you out. Bye. Hello, cat. Alright. Cat engineer? Not today. Not today. What are some of the best / unique Tenakai uses? Wow. Okay, that's a big question to ask. What's the best weapon in Warframe? What's the best Warframe in Warframe? Any weapons with really great heavy attacks that Tenakai can abuse ×12 multiplier on? A few of them, yeah. Alright, looks like y'all looking for Tenakai mod values more than anything. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at testing that. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass, but let's go do this. Alright then, you know what? Let's grab a weapon I barely use, because then I can screw around with the modding some more. Let's go with... yeah, let's... Thorax? Thorax could be good for this. Yeah, let's go Thorax. Excellent, this is a barely used item, although, no. It'll be fine. We're just testing it anyway. Alright. So what we can do is start from basic and work our way up. Let's kill all the enemies, grab us a new elite lancer. Spawn off at the side there, but whatever, that's how this works. So, normal heavy attack. Slight problem. Actually, a lot of problems there. First of all, damage numbers disabled. Let's fix that. Second of all, this is a machete. I forgot machetes have multiple attacks on their heavy attack. That is no good to me. Let's use the Bop Bip Kuba Crunch. That should be fine. I should have an empty build to work with. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. That'll do the trick, won't it? Now, did that guy perish? No, he's fine. Alright. It's back. 27. Oh, that was amazing. Let's do that again. 53 on the crit. That's amazing. Let's do that again. 27, yeah. 27 and 53. Cool. Let's start noting some numbers down in a notepad. So, unmodded, 27 or 53. Move this way around, so we'll get that to pop up when we're using it. Still waiting on the notepad emote? Sure. Now what I want to do is try and trigger Tenakai. 27 again. Alright, cool. Well, that was very convenient. 15% chance. Happens first time, every time. Oh, yeah. Very nice. How the hell do people on console type invites? They're a different breed. They're a different breed. Okay then, next up with the Tennokai testing. So, I want to compare the damage effect. Let's grab you, and let's grab primed pressure point. So we're going to do a normal heavy attack first, see what we come out to, and then what happens when it's Tennokai. Alright, that was 70. That's good. So we got, with PvP, 70. Now, are we actually expecting 70 is the first question we should have here. 70 divided by 2.65 is 26 point something, so yeah, 27. That's perfectly fine. That's about as we're expecting. 172. Now, of course, it would be a crit. I'm going to go TK for Tennokai. Right, let's try and get some other values here. That was a non-crit. Non-crit. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't want to go to the arsenal. I just want one crit to hit. Come on. RNG plus. How did I headshot with that one? Come on. We're testing Tennokai mods. No. Crit. There we are, 141. Thank you very much. Right there, 141. So what we're seeing here is go from 141 to 172. 172 divided by 141. That is an increase of only 22%. Interesting. If I divide 172 by 2.65 plus 0.6, I get 53. Yep, so that confirms then that is additive to prime pressure point. Yep, Master's Edge is additive to prime pressure point. Now you might be thinking, alright, cool, Ken, you've done it now. We now know that this is additive for mods. We can go home, right? If only it were so easy. Condition overload. Condition overload doesn't play fair. So we're going to have to test with condition overload as well. And to test with that, I'm going to need something which allows me to affect them without affecting them. Let's go with the Gamma Core. That I should be able to use for pure magnetic. Illustration, why not? That can actually be helpful. There we are. We'll do the test with that as well. Epitaph? Epitaph does cold. Cold is going to affect the amount of damage we deal. That is no good. Alright. I accidentally leave on stealth modifiers. Anyway, there we are. We've got 64 from that, and normally it is 48. Interesting.
Happy New Year,
Wait.
Ken.
Yo, Realed, Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you very much for resubscribing at the channel here. 27 months. That is a hell of a long time supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it every time you continue that here. So Realed, thanks for being a real one. Ooh. You get the last sip of tea that I'm probably going to have on a 2023 stream. Possibly, unless someone brings me a tea. That's not going to happen. But thank you. Alright. Yeah, let's zero this out. So with condition overload. No procs first. Let's just give ourselves some flat numbers here. 27, which is the same as a modded. Good. One proc is giving us... That's a crit, 53. Also, I didn't actually put on the proc, so never mind. That's useful information. 95. $48 without the crit. There we go. Okay, and now let's add in the Tennokai information. So this is with DK plus and damage 1. So without the proc, which means I'm hoping to not land a status proc here whilst getting Tennokai to activate. Damn it, I got the proc. 64 is with a proc. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Damn it, he's procced at the moment. Gonna have to wait for that to go. You're supposed to look like a bronze teapot, but it looks like a chocolate one to you. Fair enough. You're supposed to have a low status chance. In fact, I think the status chance is supposed to be lower than the Tennokai. What is this bullshit? 15% chance, my ass. Oh! Come on! Of course, on levels, he's going to bleed longer. Alright. There it is. 42. Alright then. So, we go from 27 to 42 there, which is about as expected. That 27 rounding would apply, because 42 divided by 1.6 gives us 26.25. So we're about right. With the one proc on it, we go from 48 to 64. If I do 64 divided by 1.6 plus 0.8, I think it is for condition overload, comes out to around 27. So yeah, it's additive with both prime pressure point and condition overload. That verifies that. Yeah, Master's Edge, that's the name of it. So, Master's Edge is additive to prime pressure point and condition overload. Cool. First bit of information verified. Next, Tennokai. Are condition overload and prime pressure point additive with each other, by the way? Normally, yes. Sometimes, no. But normally, yes. On this, I'm going to say they are additive, so it'll work in standard fashions. I imagine this is probably going to act just like prime pressure point, or just pressure point in general. So then, next to consider... Oh, you shouldn't be there. Increases metal range by 3 meters. If that doesn't just increase it by 3 meters, I don't want to know. So I'm not going to investigate that. Even testing the range is going to be a pain in the ass, and no. Moving on. Opportunities occur every 4 melee hits instead of at random. Now, I love that it says melee hits, as opposed to hits with melee. Hits melee attacks that hit. Or even just melee attacks. Because if we spawn in a bunch of these guys... Spawn a whole bunch of them. If I hit 4 of them, it should instantly activate. I've certainly hit 4 by now. And on the 4th swing, it hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do slams count? No. Not unless it's a slam hit, probably. Yeah, slam hits count, but slam radial does not. Okay. Fair enough. You can use all Tennokais together? Can you? Is it even worth it? I don't know why. It just didn't occur to me to even test I can use them together. Huh. What do you know? You don't think it's per swing, you think it's per combo. Interesting. So, if I go combo, and I give myself True Punishment for double combo cane, you're saying it'll be 2 hits. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that disproves that one. Yep. You're doing combos in stance combo? Well, he didn't say that. Okie dokie then. Bleeding Willow, let's see here. Not a fan. Not what we're needing. Shimmering Blight. Burning Spire. That's got what we're looking for. Alright. Let's test this then. Nope. No change whatsoever. No change whatsoever. It is 4 distinct melee attacks that have hits. No effect otherwise. So, let's put that as a general condition. Tenokai only activates attack that hits. Number of hits, quality of hit, anything else doesn't matter. And slam direct hits count. Slam radial does not. Cool. We continue to research. Yeah, every 4 melee inputs to hit. Yeah. Alright, come back to game with the notepad out? Yep. Yep. That's what we do. Okie dokie then. So, we've verified those bits and pieces for now. Let's continue looking at the Tenokai bits and pieces. So we know how that all works. That's just basic. That one, if it doesn't work like it says, do you need to fire themselves? We've tested that one, so it leaves these two. I'm going to do this one first because it's slightly simpler. Increases status chance by plus 100% on Tenokai attacks. Okay, that could get interesting. Just to confirm, on heavy attack, no status listed whatsoever, so that's fine. So, oh, 10% status, it's not going to be easy to test on. No, I'm going to need something else. I'm going to need something else. This weapon is not suitable for this test. Let's grab, let's see. That should do it. Why have I got to build for everything here? Rah! Fine, I'll just spend plat. Whatever. Plat's there to be spent anyway. Crushing Ruin, just double check, make sure definitely no status. No status I need to worry about. That's good. Has one even status chance? With difficulty. With difficulty. So, if we go status chance here, it's currently modded for, it's invested into heat. We can continue down the heat road. That's perfectly fine. It's not a problem. It's putting us at 40. Yeah. Let's go heat and... yeah, let's go heat corrosive. Okay, why not? Now, the base value was 27%. Yeah. We're getting there. We're at this point. Let's go... where'd that put us? 99.9. Ooh, that's actually a little bit too close. Just because I don't know about rounding. Let's drop it down just slightly. 95.9. That's good. Okay. That's good. So, here's how we can test. Yeah, here's how we can start to test. So first, I'm going to use it with this in here. I want to see, can I get more than one status effect at the same time with the Tennokai? If so, we know this is active. Once we know that is active, I then need to try and finagle the numbers to see where this kicks in properly. That's what we're trying to figure out. But first, let me just thank Claude802 here for raiding on in with 97 people. Welcome on in, everyone who's just come over from Claude there. Hope you are doing well for wherever any of you are around the world. Welcome on in. Let's just give a quick little shout out here for Claude for that lovely old raid, eh? Let me just make sure I spell this correctly, because otherwise I'm going to look like a moron. I did misspell that. Whoops. That is CLAWED802. Boom, there it is. I figured it out. Welcome on in. Hope you've had yourselves a wonderful stream. What have you been up to today? We're in the midst of testing Tennokai and seeing what information we can figure out about this. You're very welcome. Welcome on in. Alright, for this, let's get rid of a bunch of peeps. We don't need all of these. We just need a single one of them. Let's grab Elite Lancer. Nice and simple to test on. Always opening rags? Fairly. We're in the midst of testing Tennokai, seeing how the features actually add together because of D's lack of ability to use keywords. So we're figuring it out ourselves. Right. Basic heavy attack. Smack into him. Yep, status proc. Oh, he's going to end up on there and die. Yep. Well, that's annoying. It did land the status proc, which is good, but then he perished. Not so good. Sleeping? Yeah, if only it was so simple. Right, let's do it from this side. Smack. Yep, status proc. That's good. Smack him again. Smack. Status proc. Smack him again. Smack. Status proc. A different status proc, but status proc. Smack him again. Smack. Yep, status proc. Yep, so that is working nice and consistently. We're getting a status proc each time, and not a lot else to it. So, many things could happen here. If I start now using the Tennokai, if it is increasing the status chance by 100% after all bonuses, then we'll be applying a two status procs almost every single Tennokai swing, which will be great. If instead it is additive with mods, then we're only going to increase it by 27 percentage points, which is not going to be great. We'll get an extra status proc about 1 in 5 Tennokai, which is not very good. It's very considerate of D to let you have the content of testing all this instead of telling us how it works. I could be enjoying the mods rather than trying to figure out if it's supposed to be like this. Okay. So these are going to apply a lot of procs every single swing, pretty much. I just need the Tennokai to activate. Hang on, wait. Is there someone pointed out? You can use the Tennokais together, so I could just slap on the one that gives me guaranteed on 4th swing. That'll work. Yeah. Guaranteed on 4th swing. Haha! Fuck you, RNG. We got an answer for that one. Oh, I should disable the stealth modifier. Boop. Right then. One status proc. Must have been 2 corrosives. Can't have done just one. Didn't it at one point used to put numbers next to the number of procs being created? I swear it did. Okay, 1, 1, 2. I swing. 1, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, added on 1 proc again. No. No. Did I miss Tennokai window? Ah, might have done. Yeah, might have done. When I charge a different enemy, why would I need a different enemy? Okay. Next swing, I'll get it. There's one corrosive on there. We swing, we hit. Impact, no additional corrosive. No. Oh wait, yeah, no, yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's supposed to happen. That is supposed to happen. So we're expecting to have 1 in 5 Tenokais do as no, 1 in 4 Tenokais do an additional proc. It's fine. That's as intended. I got mixed up. Yeah, it's likely additive to mods, is what we're showing so far. Yeah, very likely just additive to mods. Swing, 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 swing. Yeah, single. So if I bring down the status chance now to 73%, I wonder how I'm going to do that. Close enough. What if it's just a Varuna 100%? We'll test that in a moment, Esprit. With this, I should not get a status every single swing normally, but I should with the Tennokai. Okay? That's what should happen here now. So I swing. Oh, wrong swing. Yep, that one had no status. No status. 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 I'm going to keep swinging for a bit just to... No status. 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 Yeah, so we are getting the correct amount of status. Normal attacks. I'm going to do some normal heavy attacks now. Status. Status. We expect 1 in 5 to not have one. And that didn't have one. Good, okay. Now go for the Tennokai. Tennokai has status. Tennokai has status. And I'm trying to look for a negative, which is annoying, but if I just do it 10 times and it's status every time, that was status, then I'll be satisfied. Alright, we're going down here then. That's 3. That's 4. Status again. 5. Double status. Okay, that more than sells it for me, yeah. That was a rare chance of double status on this percentage. That also shows it's not a Varuna 100%. We got the double status. That is near enough guaranteeing this is modded. Is it true that you can look around while meleeing with any heavy melee and it can hit more than once in the same input? Not sure on that, to be honest with you. There's some jankiness that I've just not really dove into. But what we do know from this is almost certainly a modded status bonus. That's that one. Okay, I misspelled Tenno. There we go. So this brings us now to this one. Increases opportunity chance by 50% and heavy attack critical chance damage by 32%. First of all, does that interact with the 4 melee hits? Fairly certain it wouldn't, but let's just quickly test. One, 2, 3, 4. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, so the fixed one definitely overrides. There's no combo. That's fine. Now, Do I take that off for testing this? No, I should be fine. Heavy attack critical damage by 32%. So what I wanted to do there, we can remove all of these. That's the only modifier of concern. I want the critical chance to go up, so that we definitely land a critical. Yeah. Even if it made it every 3, or at least be a stack. But yeah. Yeah, so this should be sufficient. So what I want to see here is the critical damage variation. And I want to see it whilst I have a critical damage mod. That's the actual test. It's organ shatter. Alright, so this guy is probably going to perish from these next tests. Also, I would like to not have a DOT effect, just to make it easier to see exactly what's happening. So let's get some cold in here, because blast is so useless, it's actually got a use in being useless. Because I just like to avoid a DOT happening. Actually, I'm gonna use North Wind to also reduce likelihood of landing slash. That'll be fine for the test. Okay, so oh yeah, you got the counter until the next swing up top as well. Interesting. Yeah, cool. Let that one time out. So, normal heavy attack. We get swing, crit, 436. Where'd my notepad go? 436 heavy. With organ shatter. $878. Of course we'd orange crit. Of course we'd orange crit, right? Let's just... Okay. There we are, 787, thank you. So, we go from 787 to 878. Which is an increase of 11.56%. Interesting. So, if we run the numbers through here. Run the numbers through. On a orange crit, we're expecting this to increase our heavy attack critical further. Our heavy attack critical, we go from 2.7 to 5.1. So 2.7 is the base. So it's 5.13. So that would give us 4.13 times 2 plus 1, a 9.26 multiplier. So here on orange crit, we're expecting 9.26 times, which means that the base value will be 787 divided by the 9.26, which is 85. It's pretty much 85 bang on, so I'm just going to call it 85. So this value then, 878 divided by the 85 is coming out to 10.3. We subtract the 1, take out base damage. We have 10.3 minus 1 is 9.3, obviously. Which then, divided by 2 for our standard critical bonus is 4.66. If we come back to this, 2.7 multiplied by 1.9 plus this one's giving 32%. I'm expecting 4.99. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I was expecting 4.99, but we're getting 4.66. Have I done the numbers wrong? Or is there something else at play here? Yeah, I moved the face cam at some point. I think it was because I was blocking in-game chat. You're blocked? What do you mean you're blocked? Oh. Sorry, we went down the end of the notepad. Okay. Let me think this through then. So yeah, that was the critical bonus that I figured for that. Or total critical multiplier. Let's backtrack this. We got 2.7 multiplied by 1.9. It was 5.13 for the bonus. 4.13 standard multiplier. This is curious. Yeah. Let's really write out my working here. Base crit damage is 2.7 times. With Organ Shatter, 2.7 times 1.9 equals 5.13. This means the crit bonus, which is actually applied on a yellow crit, will be 4.13. Crit bonus times 2, which is an orange crit, would therefore be 8.26. Hence why we got the 9.26 up here. And running it through, 787 divided by 9.26 says base damage 85. Then on the Tennokai, we saw an increase. Tennokai orange crit was coming out at 878 damage. 878 divided by the base damage on a heavy attack of 85 equals, as we put there, 10.3. 10.3 will be 1 plus 2 lots of the critical bonus. On that attack. Which means that the critical bonus on that attack must have been equal to half of 9.3, which is 4.66. But to go from 4.13 to 4.66 is an increase of 0.53, which doesn't really match up with anything. Because if you take 2.7 by 32%, that comes out to 0.864. So that wouldn't be the correct increase. If it was being applied after mods as just a flat value, a 0.32x increase in your critical bonus, that wouldn't match either. If it was being applied after all critical calculation, we'll be going from 9.26 to 10.3. That doesn't match either. So what am I missing here? What have I applied that's confusing this? I think my math is slightly wrong. Well, you're going to have to tell me where, Ray, because otherwise you can't just say that. Number 3, 5 by 2 isn't 4.66? No, it's 4.6. Okay, Ray. We're working with rounded values throughout the calculation. If I need to walk you through this, you're going to be in trouble. Yeah, Ray, yeah. Pull that one back. To get trigger cold status. I didn't see a cold status, but I wasn't looking for... No, wait, how could it? There's no cold to trigger. The north wind is here to make this blast. No, cold couldn't have happened. And if puncture happened, all that would do is increase the crit chance, which wouldn't matter. We either get orange crit or we don't. So none of those status effects matter. No, it's not that. There's no condition overload. There's no perk to shield deck to do anything like that. None of that applies. Could it be 32% of 1.7 of just the bonus? Now that'd be weird. We calculate TK hit or base heavy. We've got the base heavy and the Tennokai together effectively here. I'm going to get a yellow crit Tennokai. That's going to shed some more light on this. Hopefully. Let's get a yellow crit Tennokai. Or not. I know it's possible. It just needs to do it. Come on. This guy's gonna perish. God damn it. God damn it. Why 9.3 divided by 2? Umbrella, it feels like you're just forgetting how the calculation was working, so I'll show you in a moment. Just, you're lost. Simple. Ah, come on. Orange crit is double crit damage bonus. It is, typically. But something is weird here, which is why I'm trying to get a yellow crit to happen. Come on. Might have to mod this down. I missed. Fucking whatever. I'm just going to mod this down. I've clearly overbuffed my chances here. Sacrificial steel out for true steel. I swear to God, if I get a non-crit. Nah, I shouldn't. Alright, 482. There we are. Okay, so, Umbrella, just to clarify for you, because you got stuck. On the orange crit, we got 878, which when I divided by the base damage calculated from backtracking the critical bonus of the original heavy attack orange crit, which said the heavy attack has a base hit of 85, 878, which is the orange crit Tenekai, divided by the 85 tells us the total critical multiplier was 10.3. Minus 1, you get the critical bonus that was being applied to the orange crit. Halve that because it's a tier 2 crit. This is the calculated critical bonus of 4.66. The rounding that appears here is simply because of rounding through the calculator and taking it from there. So, now let's do similar here. 436 divided by 2.7 times 1.9 gives us, again, 85 base hits. That lines up with this in an expected fashion. 482 then, dividing by 85 gives us a critical multiplier. Let me just do this here. 482 divided by 85 equals a critical multiplier of 5.67. Whereas 2.7 multiplied by 1.9... sorry, the sum of 1.9 plus 0.32 would be expecting 5.994. It's out. Here and here, it's out. We're expecting a higher value than we're getting. Because I'm expecting, just to be very clear on this, doesn't it sense I have crit damage bond? It does. Or would that apply? That shouldn't apply. If that was applying, we'd see that in the base effects round in the first place. But yeah, let's get rid of Sentinel. Make sure that's gone. Reset this. See if we get the same value. Normal heavy attack. 436. That matches. Tenekai. $936? I must have hit a headshot. Yeah, 936 shouldn't have happened there. I hit a headshot. Something. $963. Oh, I've reached 2 times combo. Right, yeah, too many swings. Whoops. That's what it was. Fucking Christ, that... Oh, that nearly hurt me internally. Alright. Bloody combo. Without the combo, 482 and 482. Yeah, so the Sentinel wasn't affecting it. So again, to verify of expectations, critical damage, we're expecting the base 2.7 to be multiplied by 1.9 says 1 plus organ chatter plus the 0.32 from the mod, which would equal 5.994. Alternative ways it could apply. It could be 2.7 times 1.9 from the mod plus 0.32 as an absolute bonus, as it were. That would come out to 5.45. But 5.45, again, still doesn't quite line up. No, I'm not, Edger. That doesn't line up either. That's too far the other way. Because if we have 85 multiplied by 5.45, we get 463. So that would be completely different. It's closer. Closer doesn't mean correct. Closer is convenient. Mathematics, you're either right or you're wrong. Or if it's applying before mods, let's consider that then. So if it was 2.7 plus 0.32, and then multiplied by 1.9, that comes to 5.73. Which is, again, closer. I swear to God, if it's there in the equation, what the hell are D even smoking? Weird idea, but would it make a difference if it applied to the stance combo? No. Because if it's applying to the stance, why is it called critical damage? That doesn't even remotely make sense. Try stanceless? Well, heavy attacks don't change based on stance. So again, no. I'm not going to start testing random things, because the next thing you're going to do is say, what if you do it in the other simulacrum? What if you do it with your left hand rather than your right hand? What if you're using a Zephyr? We're not doing that. It has to relate to critical damage, or the mod is completely broken. Now, working on the assumption that the mod is not completely broken, we just need to find out where it is in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to equip Prime Pressure Point to ramp up the damage values and try it again. Get higher damage values because that reduces the potential error bars by increasing our precision. So let's do that. Yeah, our reset. What are we testing here? We're testing a Tennokai mod that has been really fucking weird. Let's get this guy away from that. Okay, I expect him to stagger. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. Alright. Sure, die. Whatever. Okay. You know, chat, when I said that you're about to say these things, it wasn't a suggestion for you to start doing this. So, fair warning right now. First, Labervo, thank you very much for subscribing at Tier 1. Welcome to the channel proper. Enjoy your lovely blue sub badge. Your remote your access to the Supporter Lounge on my Discord, and no more ads for you. Now, fair warning. If you think you are being funny, making suggestions like, what if you change the damage color in the interface settings? You are not being helpful. We are here to try and figure this out, not be silly morons. If you want to act like you're on a 12-year-old screaming bullshit stream, I'm sure you'll find plenty on the front page of Twitch. If you would like to help us fix something here and solve what's actually going on, be a practical problem solver, then by all means stick around. And if you're not sure if you can manage that, thanks. There is a rule against bad jokes, and you really need to learn to read the room, you lot. Especially the regulars. Right then, let's see. What's actually going on here? Okay, so game 1276 now with the Prime Pressure Point added into the mix. Let's new line this all. Just verify, yeah, definitely 1276. Okay. What's up? We're testing a Tennokai mod. That's what's up. Welcome on in. Normal heavy attack, we get 1155. Okay. 1155. This is getting really starting weird, not gonna lie. So 1155, that is born as a result of a critical hit. Critical hit is coming off that 5.1 value. That 5.1 is not actually 5.1, it is 5.13. Which means that the base value we're expecting hidden under that is 225. 1276 divided by 225. And you know what, I'm going to put in an extra decimal place there, just on the off chance it matters. That is equal to 5.667. Which is just like we found before. Even with prime pressure point increasing the precision, we are still getting it in the same ballpark. We are not getting any of 5.994, 5.45, or 5.738. It doesn't add up. And I can't think of anywhere else in the equation it could reasonably go for Dreamer's Wrath to exist. Increases opportunity chance by 50% and heavy attack critical damage by 32%. There's no explanation, is there? Grumpy saying, so far the only math I found that lines up is adding 32% of base damage bonus. What, 32% of 1.7? To what? To where? Perhaps use a different weapon, different crit damage to see if it still lines up under different circumstances. That would be the final thing to say, is that the mod, is it something to do with the Kuva weapon? Yeah. Really weird. You're doing 0.32 times 1.7 plus 1.9 times 2.7 for 5.674. Which is very close. Is melee 60%? Can't remember. Doesn't matter right now. Well, the question I raised there then, Grumpy Pants, is how the hell would D have coded it to do that? 0.32 times... So applying the critical damage bonus only to the critical bonus, not the critical multiplier, unlike every other critical damage mod ever, would be insane. That would be genuinely insane. Alright, Cosmo, you have yourself a good one. Alright, let's grab ourselves a different melee. Let's grab ourselves... Cadus. Let me just... crit chance could get in our way, but we'll try it. We'll try it. We'll give it a whirl. See what happens. So again, Sacrificial Steel, and then Tenno, Kai. So I have the every 4, and then it was the crits. Oh, of course I don't have enough space on this one. Different weapon. Sancti Magister. Doesn't have enough space. Next. Corum. That's got space. Cool. Right, let's try this. Let me just check. Fewer heavy attacks. No slash. Good. Because otherwise they'll die far too easily. Sacrificial Steel. Prime Pressure Point. Tenno Kai. We got the 2 gold ones. And Organ Shatter. There's our test. Right. So let's fully verified where we're at in terms of the value here. This is a 2.2 base. 2.2 times 1.9 is 4.18. So despite saying 4.2, this is actually a 4.18 setup. We bear that in mind. Okay. Normal heavy attack. 392. Let's give ourselves a new space on here. 392. Versus... I'm just going to do another 392 to verify. Or a 691. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, 392 definitely. That's good. Smack, 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 smack. 434. We got a slash prod. Please don't die. It's going to hurt him a lot. 434. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, there we are. Lao strong. Alright. 392 divided by 4.18 equals 93.78 base damage. Does Prime Pressure Point not make this more complex? No, it makes it simpler. Prime Pressure Point is not critical damage. It is a pure damage buff. Therefore, it does not interact with critical damage in a way we need to be concerned with. What it does do is it increases the size of the numbers and therefore the precision on our divisions, because we can see what precisely what number we're looking at. We've not got rounding errors slipping in as easily. If I weren't using Prime Pressure Point, this would be a much lower value, and so our variance on the decimal places would be much bigger. That's why I'm using it. Now, we got 434. Let's divide that by the calculated base damage. Comes out to 4.628. Expectations. 2.2 times 1.9 plus 0.32. 4.884, so it's not that. We've got 2.2 times 1.9 plus 0.32. Is it that? That'd be 4.5, so no, it's not that. I'm going through all the standard likelihoods first before the one that was suggested in the chat here. The other expectation possibility is this. Which would be 4.788, so it's not that either. And someone in chat suggested, what if it is 2.2 times 1.9 plus 1.2 times the Tennokai mod? Which comes out to 4.564, which doesn't seem close enough. If I do 4.564 times the base, 93.78, we get 428. It's still off by 6 points. And the reason that's important is that it suggests it's not just a couple points of rounding, that's a full 6 damage out. That's more than 1%. So it's likely that's not the calculation either. Likely. So, my answer quite simply is that it does buff the critical damage, but the number is wrong. That's the most likely answer. The number is wrong. So now we're going to go in the other direction. What we're going to figure out now is instead, what is the actual value on the mod? If I can get the same calculation for the crit damage mod here and here, then we know what's going on. That's the assumption I'm now going to work on, is that just the simple written crit damage value is wrong. It might be they've typed in 30% or 26% or some other value. Let's backtrack to figure that one. Where was I in all of this? So, down here, yeah, down here we got 787 and 878. 878, we said it comes to 4.66 was the critical critical bonus. That having risen from the previous value, which was 2.7 times 1.9 of 4.13. So that is an increase of 0.53. 2.7 divided by 0.53. No, sorry, 0.53 divided by 2.7 is a 19.6% increase. So on the hammer, Kuva Shield Egg, I should put that. On the Kuva Shield Egg, a 19.6% modded CD increase. And then on this one, we've seen the critical multiplier. Yeah. Critical multiplier was 4.18, did I say? 2.2 times 1.9. 4.18. So we went from 4.18 is there. 4.18 to 4.628. Which is a 0.448 increase. 2.2 divided by that. No. That divided by 2.2 is 20.36. On the column, 20.4% modded crit damage increase. So what I'm going to put out there is it's 20%. That's the simple answer. The most likely answer of everything. We tried on the assumption that DE had done it right. The only answer I can come to is that they've done it wrong. This actually increases your heavy attack critical damage by 20%. 20% modded bonus. Most likely it's going to be a modded bonus because the other bonuses from Tennokai are modded as well. And that there is no other explanation that would fit 32%. That's what I'm going to run with. Yeah. Almost certainly that's what's going on here. It's the simplest explanation. If someone has a genuine explanation otherwise, and I don't mean, I've had an idea, I mean, no, oh, Ken, you missed this bit because it works out this, I can explain it. If you can properly explain it, go ahead, but most likely no. What if it's only a mistake with the max rank? Could a rank 2 version provide a higher bonus? I'm not going to look into that, Grumpy Bants. It is sufficient to say the mod at max rank is broken. To say the mod is broken. If it turns out that it's just a max rank issue, someone else could discover that and report it separately to DE if you wish to go through that process. I'm not about to obtain another Dreamer's Wrath down-ranked to do their job for them. Did I take off Organ Chatter and Test? I didn't take off Organ Chatter and Test, no. Let's do that. That's a good question. Oh, I was meant to use the console. So our critical damage, non-Tennokai, should be 2.2. Sure, we get an orange crit. Let's just try again. Really? 2 orange crits? There we are, 207. Alrighty. 207 at 2.2 multiplier. Which would indicate a base of 94.1. Near enough there. A little bit of variation really annoys me. No, orange crit. 402. No, yellow crit. 248. Uh, 248 divided by 94.1 would equal 2.635. 2.635 divided by 2. Oh, 2.2. 1.198. Okay, 19.8% increase in critical damage. There we are. 20% bonus. Yeah. That pretty much verifies it. As far as I'm concerned and care to verify it, that verifies it. It's a 20% bonus, not 32%. Congratulations, DE! You accidentally a number. It's fine. They can fix that. Warframe's in beta after all. Alright then, that verifies where all the mods are at. All of them have modded bonuses on the Tennokai. So these are the Tennokai mods. This one has nothing to talk about. This one is a modded pure damage bonus, so it's additive to prime pressure point and condition overload. This status chance bonus appears to be a modded status chance bonus as well. This one here, if it's not modded, I don't want to know what the world is. I'm not testing the range on it because that's just a nightmare to test, so I'm not going to deal with that. Quite frankly, all the movement in Warframe just messes with it. This one is just flat, this one is just flat, and we've tested it entirely. It is just per input that hits. And then this one, increase the opportunity chance by 50%. Maybe. I'm not testing that. DE can check that on their own time. 32%, it's 20%. It's 20%. Osborne saying, oh my god, I figured out it's so weird, it's adding 0.32 to your crit damage multiplier. No, it's not. No, it's definitely not doing that, Osborne. I have the numbers that show it's not doing that. I tested for that. This line here is testing for that. And it didn't do that. I don't know what numbers you think you've done, but you didn't do them correctly. I can tell you that categorically there, sorry. But anyway, that runs through on that one. And so that runs through on the Tennokai mods. We know exactly how they actually interact. The rest thereafter is seeing, okay, why do we want to use them? But that's a more involved topic. The way you read it initially, you thought it would buff all heavy attacks, not just Tennokai. Nope. The sanity, can you remove the mod and make sure non-Kai heavy does the same damage? Grumpy Pants. Why would I need to do that when I had normal heavy attacks to compare against to get this math in the first place, which did a lower damage value? Why would I need to remove the mod when I verified a difference in damage number already? Nope. I need to do that. Alright then. I think that about wraps us up on that there. I've got a couple things to say for you guys though. A couple things to say for you. Does Tennokai provide an innate bonus of 20%? You know what, Grumpy Pants? You can check that one on your own time. Because you're again going down the line of, what if it's this other weird random thing? What if it's something to do with Lavos being equipped? What if it's something to do with Archon Shards being equipped? What if it's something... Dude, seriously? You're getting some really arcane suggestions there, rather than the more obvious answer of DE messed up the critical damage bonus and made it 20% on that mod, rather than 32%. I warned you, Chroma. I specifically warned you. Alright then. It's about time that we go through a few things to wrap up here. First of all, if you are called Chroma Saber, you pushed your luck. You'll just have to sit back whilst we do this. Second of all, we've got the Platinum Raffle running here on stream. So if you've not yet grabbed yourself a ticket, make sure you do grab that to get a chance to win that. I'll be doing that draw in just a moment here. Remember, it is that wild of a suggestion, yes. Thirdly, I've got a video that will be going live at the end of this stream as well. So yep, YouTube is telling me that is all fully processed. All the captions should be in place, but you know what YouTube is like. If you have bugs on it, complain to YouTube, please. So that'll be going live pretty much as soon as this stream ends. And with that as well, there is a Meet the Math over on Patreon. For any video that has a Meet the Math behind it, i.e. mathematics, spreadsheets, whatever has been used to actually inform the video, usually that is available to those of you who are tier 2 on Patreon, tier 2 and above on Patreon, that's the proper cuppa, to have access to that. There's 80 of those Meet the Maths already over on Patreon. Today's one is going to be available for free. So long as you pop over to the Patreon, you'll be able to access it. You'll see the kind of thing you can expect from the others. This is a slimmer one than some of the other Meet the Maths. I'll be quite honest on you on that one. But as a New Year's treat to you all, this one is going to be completely publicly accessible. Have a look, see what it's like for yourself, and consider signing up to it in the process to get access to all of the others. There's a lot of perks that go into the Patreon, so consider checking it out. Exclamation Patreon for the link on that one. I think that about wraps it up for everything other than, very simply, have yourselves a wonderful, safe, Happy New Year. If I hear of anyone blowing off their hands with a firework, I will be giving you no sympathy. That's just stupid. Don't do that. Pure and simple. Shouldn't be children here, so, you know, be a responsible adult. But otherwise, have a Happy New Year. And with that, let's see, who's starting off the new year extra happy? Who's going to be winning themselves the Platinum Raffle today? Let's close up the entries now. Everyone who's going to enter has entered. Anyone who's not entered has either forgot to or got themselves timed out. So let's have a look then. I do not wish to see your Fang build. No thanks, Jock. And with that, the winner today of the Platinum Raffle is indeed going to be Joe's Literal Fans. Okay. As opposed to fake fans or digital fans, sure. Joe's Literal Fans, congratulations, you are the winner of the Platinum giveaway today. I'll be contacting you shortly after the end of the stream. Get hold of your Warframe username and platform. Do make sure you respond to that within 24 hours, otherwise you will be missing out on that. But otherwise, yeah, we'll get that sorted out for you there. Congratulations there, Joe's. Everyone else, as I say, thank you very much for joining in. There is going to be a video live over on YouTube in just a moment, but before we do make that live, we can raid on over to another part of the Warframe community. And I hope that by next year, my voice will sound better. It won't, will it? I hope it does. I really hope. I'm done with this. So bloody done with sounding like this. It's just not what I want. So, let's see. Who can we raid to today? We're definitely not going there. Let's see. That's a VTuber. We could go to Neoness. Yeah, let's go Neoness. We're raiding Neoness today. If there is anyone in the Warframe community who knows anything about how to make a lot of platinum, it's probably going to be Neoness. They did a lot of trading. I've spoken to them a few times about how they do their trading, what kind of things they engage with. Yeah, they certainly know how to get a lot of platinum. So, if that is ever your concern, and given the few people typing !plat today, I assume it's a few people's concern, Neo can probably help you out on that. So we're going to be raiding over there. I'm just going to get myself past the adverts on my side here, if there are indeed any. Cross my fingers, I might have avoided that. Yeah. So let's raid on in then, see what is going up on Neoness' stream. Have yourselves a wonderful new year. And I'll be back again on Wednesday for some more good old Warframe. Ta-ta.